Well,
I know.
hey guys, hi.
Hi, my name's Nick Payne, and I love Doctor Who. No, that was the worst Nick Payne impression. I'm going to kill myself.
Now swear.
Hi, my name's Nick Payne. All right, I forgot that I had the stream open.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, why did I just say that back to myself?
yeah, like,
All right, I forgot that I had.
wait, hold on.
Well, this is a good stream.
Just yeah, Time Lord Master 108 says, hey, Time
You
Lord
said
Master 108, how
said
are you
hey
doing?
like half an hour ago.
Oh,
One's watching, and it's probably me
how'd you know it's you?
because I have the stream open, so I can look at the chat. Matt, you should tweet it out if you haven't already.
I should, shouldn't I?
I'll tweet it out as well.
Yo, I'm streaming with at Jean-Luc Harry and at Nick Payne 99 and talking about hashtag Dave Beckham. No, of course it's not Dave Beckham, Doctor Who. Actual link to the stream, and I've tweeted.
Yeah, I'm just about to. Nope, typo alert. Gotta quickly abort that tweet. Please stop.
I see the tweet.
It's been deleted though.
Aha, I've screenshotted it.
Um, yeah, I just added a B for some reason. Like the B in about was in the wrong place. No idea how I managed that.
Yeah, I screenshotted it.
Hi and welcome to the typo stream.
So how about we actually just do what I said.
So yeah, big finish in that, innit?
Exists, done it.
It's pretty good.
I know. I mean, just look at it. Look at all their content.
This is an awful start.
Yeah. Some big finish came in the post today.
Oh really? What'd you get?
Well, do you know how there's a Jago and Lightfoot sale?
Is that still going on? I thought
No,
that
it's
ended.
not going on. No, it's ended. You know how there was a Jago and Lightfoot sale?
Yes.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, did you not put a tweet or something on your Instagram about it?
A tweet on my Instagram.
Oh, I said a tweet or on your Instagram about it. I can't remember. I think you put a picture up. Could be wrong. Could be making this up in my head.
I did put a picture up on Twitter about me receiving them this morning.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Um, well, for those unaware, I got the Mahogany Murderers, which is the companion chronicle.
All right.
Now I have it, so I'm a Jago Knight for purist.
I understood none of that because your mic glitched.
Well, you're silly. Well, now you can't say I'm not a true Jago and Lightfoot fan. When I eventually get all the seasons.
You got quite a lot of seasons in that, like Sil.
Well, I got season 3 and season 4.
Oh, what, really? I thought you only had the first season.
No, I had the first 2 seasons
I
already.
didn't know that. I thought you got 3 seasons in this still.
No, I only got 2 seasons. Then I got the 2 Voyage stories, Voyage to Venus and Voyage to the New World. Ones where the Sixth Doctor travels with Jacob and Lightfoot.
Ah,
Because I only wanted to get them after I got Series 4, and well,
yeah.
now I've got Series 4. Might as well get them too.
All right.
I also got a sort of like documentary type thing, interview thing called Benjamin and Baxter, where the stars of Jago and Lightfoot, Christopher Benjamin and Trevor Baxter, who play Jago and Lightfoot respectively,
Yeah.
well, they talk about their acting careers, I think,
Okay.
or just their careers in general.
Did you buy that separately, or did that come with the?
It was in the sale.
Okay.
It was in the
Cool.
sale. Um, yeah, it's one of the most unique things in my Big Finish. Actually, no, I would say it is the most unique thing.
Interesting.
The real life stories of Christopher Benjamin and Trevor Baxter, interviewed by Nicholas Briggs. Of course it is. To fans of Doctor Who, they will always be Jago and Lightfoot, the Victorian investigators from the classic TV story The Towns of Wang-Chiang. But Christopher Benjamin and Trevor Baxter's careers have spanned stage and screen over decades, against which British society and the entertainment industry has changed greatly. This is their story, through war and peace, through theatre, TV, and film, to a sound studio in central London where the adored Jago and Lightfoot have a new lease of life on audio. Interviewed by Nicholas Briggs.
Okay.
That's what the back says. It's 2 discs long, so it's 2 hours.
That sounds all right from that description.
Yeah. The thing is, right, the production code. Now, the production code tells you what sort of series it's meant to be in my opinion.
I don't care about production codes.
Well, this one's interesting. You'd think it's probably like a Big Finish production CD,
I
Christian
mean, it is.
or something like that. But no, after the CD, it says TB06. This is the
And
6th release in some sort of range.
oh, all right. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, this is the 6th release in some sort of series, right?
Yeah.
So then I did some digging. And since I have my screen share up, I can go to where I was doing my digging.
In the
So,
back garden, you were digging a deep hole.
yes. So, Big Finish audiobooks. These exist.
Uh-huh.
See this. I fancy this mainly because you know.
Yeah.
But I was looking around, right? There's Benjamin and Baxter right there. Right?
Yeah.
So you scroll back up and you're like, TB, where's TB? And then you notice talks back. So then you click on one of them
Right.
and you start to hear playback from the other person's end when you hear your voice all over again. Jean, fix your end. Anyway.
Oh, involved putting in headphones.
Put in headphones then. You always tell me to put in headphones when we're doing something on
Yeah, but
Hangouts.
that's for my professional series. Not joking. Worst Who
Your
is like the worst
professional
thing.
series, The Worst Who, which is one of the least professional things on YouTube. Yeah, so right, you check technical details to see what the production code is if it displays it. And there we go. BFP CD TB03. Well, granted, you can't buy this one. You just
Okay.
can't.
Is that download only?
It's not even download only, you just can't buy it.
just doesn't exist.
Unless if you go on eBay or something.
Oh,
But this release I actually kind of want because you get like conversation with like Mark and Robert and Paul and Caroline and Nicholas and Justin and Alan. They wrote
whoa.
all the Eighth Doctor Big Finish stuff with 2000 in 2002. Yeah, a conversation with the writers of the 2002 Eighth Doctor audios.
Okay.
Should I just hide this thing? Okay. Sorry,
Whoa.
something weird is
What's wrong?
happening on my
Confused.
screen. Sorry if that sounded weird. Um, you're checking chat, right?
Yeah.
Just tell me if anyone's saying anything ever.
There's only two watching, and one of them's me, so I doubt it.
I bet the
Oh,
other
there we
one's
go.
me.
Heartbeat City says hello.
Hi, Heartbeat
Hello.
City. How are you doing today? I can't
Yeah,
actually see your comment because I'm screen sharing.
feel free to ask questions and stuff, by the way, because as you see, this is a bit of a shambles.
Yeah. There's
So,
actually a Nick Courtney one that you can get on download, which is '04.
so it's just a series of like random interviews where people
Yeah.
have
The
worked on
thing is,
Doctor
I
Who.
think the last one with that production code was Benjamin and Baxter because don't I don't see why um they will they would just remove something off the website. That's released list later on.
Yeah.
And plus Tom at 80, Colin Baker. This one I don't think has a production code by the looks of it, but Call Me Jackson, You're Him, Aren't You? All of those, they are they've got different production codes.
All right.
But I'll probably have them in the same sort of place. Also, like the Shane Rimmer one exists and it has a different production code as well. But I guess, I mean, the cover doesn't even have Big Finish logo on it, so yeah. I actually met Shane Rimmer.
Whereabouts? Was that just like
It was at Comic Con a few years ago.
ah?
So yeah, he's been in Doctor Who, you know.
I didn't know.
Can't remember what ones. He's also been in like James Bond and that. But okay, the John Nathan Turner memoirs, volume 1 and 2. Um, yeah, '05 for some reason, even though like it's 2000 and the other ones were later. But oh well. Okay. Um, yeah. But then I was like, wait. So if this is number 3, this is number 4, this is number 5, and Benjamin Baxter are number 6, what are number 1 and 2? So I posed that question to Big Finish listeners on Facebook, it's a Facebook group,
Yeah.
and basically they said number 1 was one about the Big Finish companion, so it was interviewing Lisa Bowerman, Maggie Stables, and India Fisher.
Okay.
And then the second one was a DVD. I wonder if the DVD actually appears on the actual Big Finish
What
web.
was it? Just like an audio DVD type
No, it was
thing?
a DVD.
Oh, like an actual, like
Yeah,
actual
but
interviews.
it's not on here. Why is there a book here?
I don't know. I rarely go
In
on the Big Finish
DVD
website.
and film, There's a book.
Because Big Finish can't tell the difference between books and DVDs. It's like, oh yeah, they're both long, so both are longer than this.
Right. So, but yeah, it was interviewing Paul McGann.
Oh,
So yeah.
Paul Began.
Yeah. Thing is, the production code, instead of saying CD, it said DVD because yeah, of course it would. But it still had TB02. So
All right.
I'm gonna assume that that's meant to be like the same sort of series. So yeah, that's something I learned today. What did you learn today?
Well, I learned that dot dot dot.
That little Tay's career is dead.
I mean, I didn't learn that today.
Oh no. You learned that when you made the video. Guys, if you
So
don't
you
know, Jean has a commentary channel called That Other Harry.
go
And
subscribe.
his Doctor Who channel is Jean-Luc Harry.
I'll upload soon.
To that one. You upload quite frequently on That Other Harry, and
I try and upload like 2 or 3 times a week to try and stay consistent.
yeah. So you're like, I'm Alex.
I guess.
Oh
So
no,
my
spinning wheel of death.
Wheel of Death. Where?
The spinny wheel of death. What?
Oh,
Why is there a spinny wheel now? Okay,
don't know.
I can move. Anyway, what you're gonna say?
Are you excited for any upcoming releases or new releases from Big Finish?
Ooh, I actually
Like
bought.
like the new Class box sets and the new Jenny release
What,
and
Big
all this other
Finish
stuff.
Classics?
Yeah.
Gotta love Sherlock Holmes with Jekyll and Hyde. Gotta love that. Okay, yeah. Gotta love Jekyll and Hyde.
I don't care about none of the stuff. It's like Big Finish. I only dip into Big Finish if it's like Eighth Doctor, now War Master stuff, or like I don't know. I guess I like the Tenth Doctor stuff as well. Anything else, I don't really care about unless it's like something special, like spare parts or
Or Class.
Jubilee. No, not Class.
Or
Class is the
Class.
worst thing. No, Class.
But there's gonna be a Remembrance of the Dalek sequel.
Yeah, it's not going to be canon because Class is not
In
canon.
Volume 2.
Why have they already? I hate how they already have a volume 2 planned out.
Well, no. They're being released the same month.
Oh,
There's over 2 releases.
so wait, are these just single releases then? I thought it was like a box. They were going to have like a
They are
Class
box sets. They've got 6 stories across the 2 of them, so they've got 3 each.
All right.
I think they're going to be released. Oh, how are they actually going to be released? I'm going to see. Number of discs 3.
Yeah, it'll probably just be like
Dual
the
case
10th Doctor
split
ones.
cover. So it's going to be like Gallifrey Time War,
Okay.
except 3 discs instead of 5.
All right.
They've
Still
got
don't care.
they've got their mullet back.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Yeah. Big Finish Productions Class 01. Gotta love that production code exists.
I don't care about production codes. It's one of the most dull.
No, it's not. They're interesting.
No, the production codes and the word interesting are 2 words that don't belong beside each other.
Well, they don't. They belong in the same sentence. Production codes are interesting.
Die.
No, not today.
Your hair a different color. Haha. wasn't even funny.
I'm laughing to prevent myself from cringing. I'm laughing away the cringe. Oh, Sean.
I'm so sorry.
Oh.
So sorry.
Don't you dare quote him on my channel.
I'm so sorry.
Do not dare quote this skit on my channel. You can quote any of these other gits. Just not
I
him.
don't want to
No,
go.
not him, sorry. Quote him.
I'll on Z.
Jean,
Well, we
very
will be
disappointed
time
in yourself.
away.
Be very disappointed in yourself.
People presume time is a strict progression from cause to effect, but actually, from a non-linear,
Hey, the
non-subjective
only
viewpoint.
10th Doctor release I'll probably ever get.
The 10th Doctor stuff's actually decent.
Yeah, I actually have heard that the 10th Doctor stuff is decent, so like, yeah,
Still
you're right.
disappointed that we're not getting a Martha box set.
Because Freema Agyeman's like, no.
Because Freema Agyeman's a bitch.
You're a bitch. I really wish, right, that you could still get this on CD.
What that?
This.
Yeah, me too.
Because I want it.
Can you not get it on eBay? Or
I tried to find it on eBay and you can't.
I want the special edition, but it's probably going for like ridiculous money.
Yeah, it's going for no money at all because it doesn't exist on eBay.
Oh, what, really?
I've searched.
I have the second, like volume 2 limited edition on my shelf.
I'm wanting it.
It's not as good as the first. Actually, wait. I actually found the second one better, but Rose is in it.
Yeah, that's
just like.
I mean, it looks like the second one will definitely be better. Just Rose.
Yeah, the good thing about it, I guess, is because it's Big Finish. You don't have all the like lovey-dovey shit, like Rose is falling. Stop. Oh, it took a while for me to like click on what you were doing.
Marigold music.
It's like everyone leaves the stream because they're all suffering from like ear rape.
This is what you get if you click on a video with me in it. Right.
So I'm wearing headphones, Matt. Calm down.
And then there were no people watching.
Oh no, but Matt, you won't like it because like Ice Warriors.
Right. So here's the thing.
But that's Jackie in it, so
I own Frozen Time. That has Ice Warriors in it.
To be fair, the Ice Warrior story, in my opinion, was probably the weakest out of the box.
You see, Ice Warriors aren't good. They make stories crap.
You know, apart from the what's it called? The good one, the good Peladon story.
I've not seen the Peloton stories.
The one that's not monster. Yeah,
Curse?
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, thing is, that's because they're not the villain.
Monster shit though.
Because they're the villain.
Well, no, the Ice Warriors. That's good. Seeds of Death. It's okay.
What universe are you living in? One where
I
lies.
hate Cold War. Cold War is just boring.
Sean, have you listened to like?
Actually, wait. I feel that's like the biggest criticism, like about the Ice Warriors, like just in general. All their episodes have been meh or just dull, and it's like,
Yeah,
do something with them.
Sense.
Like Empress of Mars was just one of them. Like, it was just sort of there. Like,
yeah.
Why have we not seen the Ice Warriors like actually go to war or show their warrior side? It's like we're the Ice Warriors. We just sort of hang about.
They were named by this one random dude who thought they were
Yeah,
Vikings.
I hated that because just like the first one said, "Oh, it looks like some kind of ice warrior" or something like that. It's like no.
The thing is, you think that that's a Viking. What
Yeah.
school did you go to where Vikings had green scaly skin, wore green scaly armor, and were like 7 feet tall? Actually, the Vikings were pretty tall, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, they weren't green, big, scaly, Lego
Exactly.
man-handed things.
Exactly. So that guy was probably dropped on his head as a child. Oh. So was Brian Hills by the looks of it. I mean, he wrote that story.
It was a good story.
I never knew this was Lies ASMR.
Hi, and welcome to Lies ASMR with your host, Jean-Luc. Today, we're going to be doing some mouth sounds.
I feel disturbed.
Literally everyone leaves. No, I find it funny. One person just joins the stream while that was going on. They're probably so confused. They're like, "What the fuck?" Like, this isn't what the title said.
I mean, if they the thing is, if they like didn't already get like dissuaded from my beautiful vocal talent, my my vocal talent of recreating the Murray Gold score, then I then they probably would leave after your whatever.
Yeah.
Do I have my headphones in the wrong way?
How could you even manage that?
Because I am that incompetent.
Yes, you are.
Now I've got them in
So
what?
I was gonna say, right, as we're like, it says Big Finish and Doctor Who. Don't really know what Doctor Who stuff we can talk about. So do you want to talk about like Twitch memes or some shit?
London 1965.
Like I was watching a Tomska video like today, and someone had like told him to say that.
But in a Cockney accent. I don't think he got the joke.
No, he didn't.
It's just
But like
London 1965. It's basically the 2018. I'm Nardo.
I'm pretty sure someone like dubbed it over though, like the original clip.
What? Like 1980 65? What?
Well done.
Um,
Very well done. Very nice.
do you want to know what range the Ice Warriors have appeared most in? Or what
What?
I think the range is that they appeared the most in?
What?
Let me just find it. The Lost Stories. Right. So they appeared in Mission to Magnus because they were going to appear in season 23, but then Michael Grade happened.
Time Lord Master 108 asks, "What's even the joke with that 1965 meme? It makes no sense." Well, Mr. Time Lord Master, I don't know, it's just funny, isn't it?
It's just because the Twitch chat made it funny, so
Yeah, just because they
roll with
just
it.
play it
Just roll
twice.
with it. Right,
That I like the whole like.
then Thin Ice. Why am I always checking technical details?
I don't know.
Then Thin Ice, which was going to be in season 27, but then Michael Grade happened. So basically, Michael Grade hates the Ice Warriors. That's what's happening.
It's pretty much Michael Grade as you.
Thing is, I don't hate Doctor Who. No, I don't hate classic Doctor Who.
All right.
Right
I think
then,
that's I think that 60s Who is probably just like my favorite era of Who overall.
in my opinion, if I had to boggle it down to one era, So I got really close to my mic. No, I didn't. But I had to choose. It might be the Ian and Barbara era.
Yeah,
Even though some of
but
my
then again,
favorite
like some of the
parents,
later turns, it's amazing as well, though.
yeah. Um, then again, season 26 is also amazing.
Hmm, I don't know. I guess it's just
But
not
the
really my
Pertwee's
cup of tea.
era is very consistent. It's consistently good.
Not seen enough of it.
And then you've got the great era of Douglas Adams as script editor.
Yeah,
I'm not speaking about season 17. I'm speaking about a specific 4 weeks where City of Death aired. That's the greatest time in that's the greatest era in Doctor Who history.
what just them 4 weeks?
Yeah, those 4 weeks. So yeah. Also, the Ice Warriors were going to appear in Lords of the Red Planet, which was going to be in season 6. But it's not that Michael Grade happened. It's that people realized, oh wait, we don't have enough money. So budget happened. Have you listened to the Ice Warriors story in like the
No.
Eighth Doctor stuff?
Uh, no, I have not.
All right, neither have
Where?
I. I don't have it, so
I've only listened to like a lot of the Charlie stuff.
all right.
Gonna start on like I've listened to some of the Lucy stuff. I want to like get more into that.
Yeah, the Lucy
And
stuff, from what I've heard so far, is really good.
Doom Coalition, the
Ha!
first few
Yeah,
Dark
good
Eyes.
luck. Good luck with Doom Coalition. You'll basically feel mixed on it as a series.
But the thing is, I've only heard the first box and the last box set,
The
which I know
third
is
one's
odd,
really
but
good. The second one's not.
okay.
It's not bad either. I would say people are way too harsh on it, but it's certainly like the weakest McGann box set out of them. Actually, no. It was the weakest, and then Ravenous happened. I don't like it.
Matt, what's your thoughts on the PB Productions What If Doctor Who Wasn't Cancelled videos? That's a question from Time Lord Master 108.
Thought I'd never be asked on those. I wait, hold on. Which ones were they? I
I
can't
don't know.
remember which ones they were because there's been like quite a few. Was it the good one that wasn't made by Ben that was only 2 videos long, or was it one of the shit ones?
I don't know. It says PB Productions, so I presume that's the channel.
Yeah, but I can't remember if it was a good one I saw or not. Is my screen share still working?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Wait, hold
The
on.
joke
Yep.
is that that book is supposed to be dated since 1960s.
Right. I was just checking the actual chat to see what was.
Yeah, there's been quite a Heartbeat City's just posted twice.
So, there's a few bundles I want to get, but I don't know when I'm gonna get them. And they're
Same
all
with me because I'm
reasonable
poor.
prices. The thing is, I like to wait on my Big Finish. I like to pounce essentially, mainly because I want to keep a stable number in my bank account.
Oh, do you just like save up over a certain amount of time and just buy a load?
Yeah,
That's probably the best way of doing it, to be fair.
yeah.
But there's so much stuff just coming out. It's like, oh, I need the new Steelbook. I need these new figures. I need all
That's
this. I need
yeah,
all these
that's
classic
the
Who
issue with being a
DVDs.
Doctor Who fan.
Yeah,
It's like a gift and a curse. You've got so much thing. You've got so many things to choose from.
So yeah, it's like I'm
Like
poor,
too
but all
many.
this stuff is coming out, and it's like the collection must go on.
Yes.
When is
Um.
Nick supposed to be joining?
Oh, he said he's going to join about 8 now because
Oh,
he's
what
watching
really?
this thing.
For God's sake.
Right. So just going on here. Bernie Summerfield single releases. Look at these prices. Those are pretty good prices.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, getting like a series at a time would be good. Series 1 is really good price. So I'm probably gonna get that at some point within the next 12 months because of how much stuff comes out.
Yeah.
Also, there's this range. Exilus. I mean, look at that price for like you get that for £15.
Okay.
So yeah,
Oh yeah,
just
Matt, read the chat. Time Lord Masters answer this question or something.
right. It's the one which had Elixion as the final story for season 27. Season 28 was White Darkness, Night Thoughts, The Hostage. Just got yeah, that was the good one. That was the good one I was speaking about.
Okay.
So yeah, I I do kind of want this as well. So yeah, it's got Anthony Head in it. So yeah,
Yeah, boy.
yeah, boy.
Why
Don't
did
know
you
what.
do that in like a Texas accent?
Yeah, I'm from Texas. I'm a Texan because
Yeah.
Texans are cool. The more I'll speak in that, the more I'll cringe. So yeah, what else looked like it was a good price? That might have been it. I think I'm wrong.
Sorry, my stream is quite slow as my internet is wonky.
It's fine.
Right.
Don't worry. If you have wonky internet, tell it to be not wonky.
Wobbly wonky bonky.
Willy Wonka. So, Doctor Who Unbound. Now, this one's 32 quid and you get 8 stories.
Alright.
I've already got Deadline, but it doesn't matter. I could just, like, sell my old one for, like, probably cheap because the condition that Big Finish sent it me was, like, just is basically if you delivered a human child and it looked like that, you'd send it to like some freak show, like Elephant Man type freak show, basically.
Yeah.
The CD was like malformed. The disc itself, it's fine. Booklet,
Matt,
it's fine.
here's a
But
good question.
right,
What did you think of Twice Upon a Time? That was fucking awful.
yeah. What did I think of that shit?
It's
Uh,
not canon. It was
yeah,
just a dream.
basically,
Why not watch
it
my
offended
review?
me, and not many
Actually,
Doctor
wait,
Who stories offend me.
didn't we both review it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
Be
don't think it
honest.
was the worst thing ever, but it offended me.
Yeah, I hated what they'd done to the first Doctor.
The first Doctor was in it. I thought it was just some sexist pillock.
was just so unlike his character.
Yeah, I know. Like, basically, you had to actually like try and fit a sexist narrative within the very first episode in order to even get some semblance of sexism.
It wasn't even just the sexism, right? It's the whole thing, right? There was no plot. It was just,
Johnny
oh, let's go here,
Matt
let's do
Bottom.
that. You know, there was Rusty for some reason. That was
Oh
never
yeah. Oh yeah, Rusty
explained.
is a character that exists in a Doctor Who story that wasn't Twice Upon a Time. I've just
Let's bring
remembered.
him back.
Yeah, like what? Just what the fuck? He wasn't even that memorable.
It was supposed to be, oh, we'll tie up the whole is he a good man thing. It'll be like, oh, it all ended where it started. It's like, yeah, you might have
Then
had the
bring
point.
back the
You
bloody
didn't just cut him off.
dinosaur, the bloody homeless person. I remember them more than bloody Rusty. Or bring back Missy. Actually, no, Missy died last episode, so you can't exactly bring
Yeah.
back Missy. Have John Sims Master be in it and actually have a regeneration scene from him into Missy, and then you could tie it up like that. Done. Or have the bloody robot person.
Or just don't include it at all and just it's not needed. Like, what even was that planet? Was that supposed to be Scarrow or something? It's like,
I don't
because
bloody know.
because it was like these Dalek creatures just like running about, crawling.
Well, it's because
It's
the
like, oh
Daleks
yes,
were
they've
like, "Oh, let's
evolved.
kill the impure Dalek," and then Rusty's like, "Yeah, fuck off, die." Bam, bam, bam. I am a good Dalek because I hate
Which was
Daleks.
so much better in Dalek.
Oh
Mostly because of Rob
yeah, there
Shearman.
was a good story. Sorry, I was just overwhelmed by the
Well, I
idiocy
mean,
of the Moffat era.
yeah, all the Dalek stories in series 1 were good.
Rob Shearman should have taken over Russell.
Yeah, but he also should have wrote more
Yes,
within the
but
show.
I
Apparently,
mean,
Moffat tried to get him back for series 6, but he wasn't happy enough with his script.
when Rob Shearman's not happy enough with the script, that just makes you think, oh, well then, we're hopeless.
What are our favourite non-Doctor Who Big Finish ranges? Mine are Jago and Lightfoot, Feet, Trevor Baxter, Dorian Gray, Fina Torchwood,
You
Bernie Summerfield.
is this
I don't know
person
what this is.
actually
Murphy
saying?
Stone.
Okay.
Unit Plus Star Cops. Oh yeah, also had to go now by. That was Heartbeat City. He was asking what our favourite non-Big Finish ranges were.
Well, non-Doctor Who ones. So that's
Yeah.
just anything that isn't called Doctor Who.
Well, from what I've heard, actually, wait, yeah, mine would probably be the War Master stuff, and
Yeah,
also what I've heard of, Jago and Lightfoot.
I would say Jago and Lightfoot and Gallifrey. Those are my. But I've not experienced much. I've only listened to like the first two series of Jago and Lightfoot. I've got more, as I said earlier in the stream.
I've heard the first series, but I liked what I heard.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Gallifrey. I've listened to the first series of that, the first two stories in the second series, and then the Time War box set.
Okay.
All of which were really good. The War Master, yeah, I would say it's also really good, but like, I feel like we all overhyped it.
Yeah, yeah, we
But
did.
it was worth it. It was worth the value for money. It is good value for money, simply because Derek Jacobi is amazing.
Are we getting a second one?
I hope so.
Me too.
I mean, I hope that this just launches a Big Finish spin-off just of the Master. And then, like, the War Master's only, like, okay, this is the one played by Derek Jacobi. Because...
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, but, like, what would we call the other Masters? Like, Okay, James Dreyfus, the first master. Okay. But like Jeffrey Beavers, what do we call him? The crispy master.
Yeah.
The crispy master, you will obey me or something like that. Alex McQueen, the bald master. Eric Roberts, the Bruce master. John Sim, the Saxon master. Michelle Gomez, just Missy.
All right, yeah.
Just
I,
Missy.
s- I swear, if they start trying to shove feminist stuff down our throats in the new series, I'm done with New Who.
Didn't they already shove down? They shoved down feminism like more in the classic series. They did it more in your face.
I
Like
mean, did
Sarah
they?
Jane's first story, The Time Warrior, she's just like she's literally being a feminist. The show's most iconic companion is literally a feminist.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, most women are feminists. Most actually, I don't like this thing of like how feminists are now a feminist is looked as someone who isn't a feminist. Like feminist is just equal rights for everyone. But now people associate the word feminist with oh they hate all men and they want to push their agenda.
Some
It's like
feminists do. It's
the
only people
extreme
that
ones, the
support
ones
third
you
wave
see in the
feminism.
media.
Yeah, like it's only people that support third wave feminism that are like that. It's
Yeah.
first wave feminism, I don't see a point, and second wave feminism, I do see a point in regards to the fact that yeah, women just need to be treated equally. Just second wave feminism, right? The main body of it's done. It's just needing to maintain that.
Hmm.
That's all. That's all and plus first and second wave feminism is important all across the world. Third wave feminism is just women with first world problems who are basically misandrists.
They're pretty much going against what the word means.
Yes.
It's a small like minority who are ruining the word. For alternative universes, Jeffrey Bolden, the creepy master.
Whale.
Lol, sorry, Matt. I just had to. I can't
Yeah.
read names. I'm
The
sorry.
like okay, we've got a what if Doctor Who wasn't Axed fan. I think I've taken a fan from Ben and just like um not well that implies that oh this person doesn't watch Ben anymore. But I'm sure like we've got a Doctor Who fan because like yeah. But
Hey,
that's
the
fine.
Doctor Who fan.
Yeah. But yeah, working on what if Doctor Who wasn't axed is good. It is fun. Um it I'm not gonna say anything to do with what's coming next, the specific details of what's coming next. Ben does most of the work. I just help him with some things like some story ideas. Like in the last one, there was a story where the Patterson Joseph's his doctor his perception filter stopped working in racist America.
Yeah.
I just thought that was an obvious story to tell, and why not tell it? So yeah,
Hell yeah.
and we've come up with the stories for season 47, but like that's all for now. So yeah.
Cool.
So over the past week, I've actually been listening to Philip Hinchcliffe Presents.
Don't even know what that is.
It's a very expensive Big Finish item. I'll go onto
Very expensive. What do you mean by that?
55 quid.
Oh,
I got it during a sale
how
where,
long is it? How much content do you get?
well, you get Ghosts of Gralstead, 6 episodes long, so it's on 3 discs. Devil's Armada is on 2 discs, and then you get a bonus disc.
Okay.
55 quid is way too much. Like if it was 45 quid on CD, then I'd be like, yeah, that is a good price. That is a fair price.
Yeah.
55 quid, Jesus Christ. um I would say Ghosts of Gralstead is better than Devil's Armada. But they're both good. Yeah, I would recommend it if you see it in a sale or inherit a kingdom, you know.
Yeah.
Also, you gotta love how like, oh, it's the Tom Baker intro with his face, and then it's the font used on the title card. I'm a nerd. Also, I'm pretty sure when what they should really update the like page banners, really. I mean, there's space on here to fit like the current logo on. I don't think it'll look out of place, would it?
Yeah, they probably will do it at some point.
Yeah.
Because I mean, BBC have completely changed their branding from that to that,
Yeah.
which you know is good for some things and annoying for others.
Mm-hmm.
Like the steelbook, that's going to be quite annoying.
Yeah. So I believe the Genesis Chamber. I believe this is a 3 disc story, so I believe it's another 6-parter.
Hey Matt, if you were to do your own What If Doctor Who Wasn't At series, what would you do differently from the Doctor Who fan?
Oh, good question. Season 27 will basically be the same. But Elixion would be the final story of the season instead of Blood and Iron or Animal or whatever you want to call it. Season 28 would have Night Thoughts, the like the hostage, yeah. The story called Network, which was to feature the Rani, which was to be written by Ben Aronovich and Mark Platt, and also A School for Glory, which you may know as Glory School from What If Doctor Who Wasn't X. I would keep Richard Griffiths and Paul McGann for the same length of time, and Richard E. Grant as well. I would have a lot more. It would be based a lot more on the story from the expanded media around that point. But I feel like what Ben has done is extremely accurate, although there are things that aren't very accurate in there. But Ben has said that by the end of it all, he'll post basically books about an updated version of What If Doctor Who Wasn't Axed. Basically, a version where he changes some of the things that he regrets. Basically, all of the stories would remain the same, but some of the more intricate details, like the title sequence, for season 27, would just be the previous McCoy title sequences. So yeah.
And there you go.
Night Thoughts is a good story. There's a Big Finish version in the monthly range, which you can get for 6 quid on CD and 3 quid on download. Because I mean, if you want it on CD, get it quick because those are going out of stock.
Okay.
Although so far only Scherzo is out of stock. To my knowledge, it's the only one. Unless if it's changed since the last time I checked, which I doubt it. I'm just gonna check.
What are the inaccuracies in Ben's series out of curiosity?
Well, as I mentioned before, the title sequence for season 27. Season 28 to season 32, the title sequence looks too good. Because it's like the early 90s, the CG wouldn't have been that good.
No. Especially not like Doctor Who's budget.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Possible writers. Directors will probably change, like, and possibly actors if the actors are going to be detailed. And maybe story details or something. I don't know. The companions will probably remain the same, but also you'll probably like make some of the regenerations a bit better. Uh, the Seventh Doctor didn't go out well. Yeah. Uh, Also, currently, if you go onto his extra channel in season 29, Nightshade closing credits says the director is Scott Hancock. He would have been 8 years old at that point. Yeah.
How did he not like realize that when he put it in?
Because he was being silly.
Oh.
He has updated some of the closing credits since. Yeah.
I used to be subscribed to his other channel, but I'm sure he just like uploaded like 15 videos in a day or something. I was like,
he
it's
usually
just
does.
spamming my timeline.
Yeah. Well, it's because he uploads everything from a season
Ah, okay.
at once. I helped
I
him with
see.
some of the season 40 closing credits, actually. He couldn't actually do well, he could do scrolling text, but he couldn't do it in the sort of Peter Davison, Colin Baker type
Okay.
things. So basically, I already had the fonts downloaded.
Yeah.
All I had to do was do everything proper, have the names, be the outlines and all that. Had to get everything right. Had to copy out each of the crew members from the season 39 closing credits. The only things I had to change for the Peter Davison and Colin Baker one. I did the Colin Baker one first because obviously I would, because it's Child Midnight. The only things I had to change were writer, director, and the cast members. Also, the person who arranged the theme. So I changed Dominic Glynn to Peter Howell. And then when I copied it over to do the Fourth Doctor one, because I did the scrolling text for that because he couldn't be arsed, I changed it to Delia Derbyshire. So, yeah. Also, he's credited as Doctor Who in that one instead of the Doctor because authentic in that. So, yeah. By the way, I do recommend a lot of Lee's big finishes. I circle Peter Davison one, even though I don't have it yet. Probably gonna get all the Peter Davison ones from this era, the ones that are going out of print, because I don't want to pay like 20 quid for them if I eventually want them. So I might as well get them while they're cheap. You know?
Yeah.
Now, one time on eBay, I saw spare parts for like 20 quid, which is good for spare parts. It was 20 quid, not 200. So, there you go. Gonna see if I can criticize Big Finish for putting stupid stories in here. Right. Sirens of Time. Of course they'd put it here. Makes sense. Sword of Orion for some reason. Why would they put Sword of Orion? Storm Warning is the obvious one to put here. I'm always confused by this one. Spare Parts makes sense. Jubilee makes sense. Juggernauts is very good. I do recommend it. Makes sense. Not listened to this one yet. Makes sense. That's how I started. Makes sense.
Favorite guest celebrity voice on an audio. Mine is Cumberbatch in 45 and Haley Atwell in The Whispering Forest, I think. That's from Heartbeat City.
Who would you count as like a sort of guest? Someone
I don't know.
if someone plays a recurring character.
It says celebrity guest, so I don't know. It could just be like a one-off. If like you really like the character. Or
Like, is it them as a celebrity? Or is it
no. I take it that it's just someone well known that has appeared in Big Finish that you've liked.
I would have to say Paul Darrow in The Next Life, because Paul Darrow's voice is amazing.
Okay.
But my favorite guest actor to have ever been in a Big Finish story, like as a celebrity, I've not listened to the story she's been in, but Diane Morgan. She plays Philomena Kunk in all the things Philomena Kunk is in. She was in Classic Doctors and New Monsters Volume 1 in Fallen Angels.
Oh yeah, I listened to that. I like that.
Yeah, she's in that. Guest stars. Who appears as a guest? I I mean, I guess I like Rufus Hound as the meddling monk.
Okay,
He's
interesting.
good.
You found him a bit campy.
He is campy, but like
But that works, I guess, for the
that
meddling monk.
works because he's the meddling monk, not the master.
Matt, I need some advice. I'm planning on writing the script for a WID WWA version of Legal Alien.
What next? Oh, of Illegal
Yeah.
Alien, right?
Yeah. What do you imagine being different about it so I know what changes to make? I read that terribly, but I'm just going with it.
Structure it as a six-parter. First of all. Second of all, change it from the Seventh Doctor's personality to a hybrid of the Seventh Doctor and the First. Third, make sure the companions are Bernie Summerfield and Henrik. Bernie Summerfield, if you know the character, then you'll understand how to write her. And just put Henrik in there somewhere. Replace Ace with Benny, and then have Henrik in there somewhere. Write Henrik as like he's a unit soldier. He's an ex-unit soldier, and he's sort of like a hybrid between Ian and Nardole, as Ben put it when we spoke about what Henrik was like. there you go. That's what you should do. Cybermen could be the same, I guess. Everything else can be the same, I guess. Yeah. And then once you're done, submit it to Ben. There we go. That's all I can say. So yeah, you know, if Big Finish had the license to adapt BBC books, I would love them to adapt Illegal Alien. Mainly because I can't be bothered reading the book. Can't be bothered tracking it down and then proceed to read it.
Cool.
Um,
I mean, why don't they have a license to like adapt books?
well, they do have I think they do have the license to adapt. Actually, no, they have the license to adapt the Virgin books. They just need to get the rights from the writers to actually adapt the books.
Okay.
Everything's okay. They just need permission from the writers, and the writers are heavily involved in actually adapting them. Because if they can't, that probably means they're dead. So, which is unlikely, but can happen. People who write Doctor Who books in the 90s, some of them are dead. So, like Craig Hinton, he's dead. So, adapting something by them would require talking to the estates and all that, which they can do with the monster. It's easy for them to do. I don't know. I don't know how permissions with writers go, and they're people, so
yeah.
And plus, if it's you might notice that all of the adaptations, they don't feature established creatures from Doctor Who, only in passing reference, or they allude to it if they feature in the original book, but they don't actually appear. Yeah, this is because rights. So they chose to adapt popular ones which don't cause trouble. Like, I don't think Shakedown would cause trouble because they can do Sontarans. It's just ones that would. I mean, if they adapted Time Worm Exodus, for example, they probably need to like ask Terrence Dicks, like, "Hey, can we use?" Actually, no, because I don't know who owns the rights to select the Warlords and the War Chief and all that. The thing is, if they ever do make novel adaptations again, which they probably won't because they didn't sell well, they probably will never adapt Long Barrow. Do you know why?
Why?
Remember how I said the writers are involved, and they're the ones you need to actually ask?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who wrote Long Barrow?
I did. Wait. It's not coming to me. Just tell me.
Mark Platt.
Yeah.
Right. He works with Big Finish. He does work for Big Finish. So they could just go up and ask him.
Yeah.
So if Platt wanted to, then they could do it. Platt doesn't want to.
Oh.
And plus, some people say, look, I don't know if it's like he doesn't want it adapted or he doesn't want to adapt it.
I see.
Those are different things.
Yeah.
Whether it's like, oh, he doesn't want it to actually be an audio, or he doesn't want to be the one to turn it into an audio. Some people adapt their own novels into audio, some don't. Most don't actually. Lance Parkin did Cold Fusion, Andy Lane did Original Sin. I think. Actually, no. I'll check before I say anything that I will regret.
Dream guest for the show. Also, I'd completely forgot about Blake Harrison from The In-Betweener as the Fifth Doctor companion, and Neville and Oliver Wood from Harry Potter. So yeah, dream guest for the show.
Dream guest for the show.
That's quite a hard question.
Who do I actually want to be in the show?
Yeah, but the thing is, whenever they bring in someone good, they're always given like a really shit role.
Like Patterson Joseph, for instance.
Yeah.
Now, Patterson Joseph was good in Doctor Who. It's just.
But you know, whenever they get like in a good actor or something, they'll always put them in a Christmas special and give them like a really shit part.
Hmm. You know, all of the people I'm thinking of have TARDIS wiki pages. So
Who are you
it's
thinking?
easier for you to ask me who do you want to write an episode of televised Doctor Who, and I can give you people like.
That's a completely different question.
I know. So. Millie Bobby Brown. Next question.
Okay, there is a next question.
Okay.
Matt also was going to ask for advice on the Dark Dimension script. What roles do you think the companions of the Master should have?
Companions
In
of
the
the
story?
Master.
Well, so yeah, but they've wrote all companions.
I honestly, well, okay, check the end credits and see, okay, who's in it, and then just fit them in somewhere. That I don't know. Ask Ben. He's the one to ask. Because he's the one that made all the changes to the Dark Dimension, not me. I didn't do any of that.
Right, Heartbeat City. I don't know what you mean by isn't that the Eastender one?
No, it's not the Eastender one. That's
What does
Dimension
he mean?
Time.
Oh,
The Dark Dimension in our universe was going to be what Dimensions in Time replaced. It was going to be a sort of different multi-Doctor story. Basically, it started out with the Seventh Doctor dead. He's just dead. And Bernie Summerfield was going to be in it. Like, the actual character from the books was going to be in it. That would have been great. But, yeah. And also, an alternate reality has been created when someone decided to meddle with the past. And it's basically, what if the Fourth Doctor did not die? What if the Fourth Doctor did not regenerate? And everything's basically messed up. And yeah. I think it would have been good. Don't think it would have been anything mind-blowing. It really just depended on... To be honest, I think it should be adapted. I think someone should get the actual actors that play the Doctor in there and do it. And like make an audio perhaps, because there is an animated version on YouTube, but it's kind of jarring because the animation isn't the best, but it's probably made by one guy, and for one
okay.
guy it's good. But like the actors sound vaguely like the characters they're supposed to play. But yeah, basically, I'm gonna pester Nick Briggs and ask him make the Dark Dimension. No, I'm not gonna ask him. I'm gonna demand him. I will pay 80 quid for a standard release of the Dark Dimension adapted. I would genuinely do that. I would save up and then get it.
No, wait, that's the Lost Dimensions. No, it's
Dark
Dimensions in Time.
Well, the Dark Dimension, yeah. In Ben's version, it would have been the third Doctor who hadn't regenerated, and it would have been Richard Griffiths' Doctor, Richard Griffiths' eighth Doctor, that would have died. So yeah. In our universe and Ben's universe, it was written by Adrian Rigglesford, I think his name is. He wrote the only thing he actually wrote for Doctor Who is a Big Finish audio later on, like in 2004, called "The Roof of the World." That's the only thing he hadn't written for Doctor Who before, evidently, because that's the only thing he's contributed to the universe other than the Dark Dimension. And it would have been directed by Graham Harper. Because of course it would have been. But it genuinely would have. I would have loved to have seen that. Because Graham Harper is a god. But alas, it didn't happen, and we got Dimensions in Time instead.
What do you mean? Dimensions in Time is
It's
canon.
not canon.
Yes, it is.
It's not. Okay, yes, it is canon.
It's only canon.
Adventures timeline, right? Because it's a dream the Doctor had. It genuinely is a dream. There.
I count it as canon because, like, yeah.
Well, yeah, because the Doctor dreamt it up.
Because it is.
But it's
Oh
not
yeah, but that's just like Twice Upon a Time, though. It's just a dream that the Doctor had.
true.
So everything's canon, but if it's not, it's a dream.
Sorry, have to log off. This has been great. Bye bye, Heartbeat City.
Bye bye, Duggan. I love City of Death.
Duggan should have went on to be a companion. He would have just punched stuff.
Are you quoting my video on the subject?
He's a Dalek. I forgot about your video, but yeah. In a way, I'm just agreeing with you.
Mm-hmm. I think Douglas Adams came up with the character of Duggan because the original story, I don't think it featured Duggan, the original script, which was written by David Fisher. But then Douglas Adams just got the producer, Graham Williams, and locked him in a room, and we were like, right, we need to get this done by the time the weekend's done. So let's just do it. And then they did it, and then City of Death was born. It's a beautiful story, isn't it? It's such a beautiful story that for the documentary that story was told in, they had to get Robert Shearman to be in it. They also had to get Stephen Moffat to be in it. The two best writers the show had at that point in 2005.
Yeah.
To be honest, Stephen Moffat hadn't done any bad stuff at that point, so fair enough. Stephen Moffat was like, oh yeah.
Stephen Moffat his early stuff was really good though.
Yeah, it was really good.
Stephen Moffat's a good writer. He's just not a good showrunner. When he has all this stuff to run, he just gets too ahead of himself, and yeah, because you have to remember he was running Sherlock at the same time.
He nearly ran a third show as well.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been great.
Called Adam and Eve, and it was like a comedy show.
Aha, that funny, quirky Moffat comedy.
I think he still should do it though. I think he should pick up on that idea because it was greenlit. Then he's like, I don't have the schedule for this.
I thought he was working on him and Gatiss are now working on a Dracula reboot thing. Dracula
thing
in
is,
the
they're
modern
both-
day.
they're both known for their comedy outside of Doctor Who. So
Yeah.
they're teaming up to do something. They should do a comedy.
Yeah.
It could be
Dracula
the most
as a
legendary comedy ever made. It could be by how they're built up as comedian writers.
I mean, I guess it's unlikely because loads of comedy like writers come together and produce shows that aren't that great. Take
Like-
Little Britain as example.
Ooh, yeah. So, yes. Right, I'm gonna add you as moderator, Sean.
Why? Okay, thanks.
I'm also gonna
I mean, no one's like posting in the chat like
I'm
bad
also
stuff.
gonna remove your comment saying lies.
What one? What comment?
You'll see.
Well, I can't because I don't have the chat up.
It's the one
Oh,
where
wait,
you
yeah.
said a certain.
It is canon. Shut
But
up.
it's not canon.
Yes, it is.
No,
It
it's
has
not.
Sylph, Ace, and K9 all in one shot. It's canon.
They weren't all in one shot. Shut up. They weren't.
Yeah, they were that bit when they're like on some sort of structure.
That was
Matt, don't
Leela.
argue with me, Matt.
That was
You're-
Leela.
Don't argue with me, Matt.
Actually, 7, Ace, and K9 may have been in it. All in one shot. Oh. You shush.
Be sure to tune in for Dimensions in Time commentary coming soon.
No.
Why? It's not even that long, is it? It's only like 15 minutes.
True. We could do it. We could do all the like.
To be fair, it'd be better than like the majority of the stuff we've done on Worst 2.
Yeah. We've done
It's
Kill
like
the
only
Moon.
quarter of the length.
We reached the low of Kill the Moon.
We have to do that again at some point.
Oh no!
Well, we'll be for like. We might never get around to it. To be
Doctor
fair.
Who piece of fiction ever made again.
You never know. Series 11 could. I doubt it, but they could drop something somehow worse. So when is Nick's actually supposed to be joining? We've been like streaming for over an hour and Nick's
He's
still
gonna
not
be
here.
joining now.
Like everyone's already
That
left
is
the
the
stream.
wrong link I sent him.
Okay, people are coming back.
Right, I'm gonna try and find.
Matt, I bet you can't wait to read the script version of Return of the Nyman. Lol.
I want to actually. So
Matt, I'm just disappointed in you. Like you want the class audios.
I want the Naimon
Yeah. You don't think Dimensions in Time is canon.
because it's not.
Actually, wait, you hate the Ice Warriors.
Because it's shit.
The Ice Warriors is good. You're wrong.
No, it's not. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
How?
Because I decide.
You're not God.
Ah, well, see.
Shut up, Stephen. You know nothing about good writing, you silly Scottish man.
Ah, yes, but I wrote Blink, and that was a masterpiece.
Blink was pretty good, yeah. I can't deny that.
I still prefer, like, The Empty Child.
Yeah, same. But Blink was still.
Blink was like when people started to like recognize like that Moffat was a good writer, like just in the norm world, because they're like, oh my god, this is some good shit.
Yeah, this is great. He'll be the greatest showrunner ever. Yeah, he'll totally not write something like Hellbent.
Look Reviews 76 says hi.
Hi, Luke Review 76. How are you doing today? Thing is, this is like, hold on, how many people am I get? This is
Like
possibly
3.
one of the largest turnouts okay, I say largest turnouts, but it's like 2 people are watching, so
Well, I don't know, like the most we've had like at once were 4.
the most I've ever had at once is 10.
Oh, okay. I don't stream, so
Thing
don't
is
know.
that this was like over a year ago.
Actually, wait, yeah, I done that one stream with you, and it was like Big Finish covers.
Yeah.
The best stream. We should probably do a part 2 of that at one time, just because it was pretty funny.
Yeah. How about we do it now?
Wait till Nick gets here.
Yeah, that's do. There's some complications in terms. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna say to him, I'll think of something.
One really good thing about the What If Doctor Who Wasn't Axed timeline is that we wouldn't have to suffer the train wrecks that are Fear Her and Love and Monsters. Love and Monsters is good.
Train wrecks.
Well,
Fear Her is
Fear Her-
just
Fear Her's quite bad.
Love and Monsters is okay.
If you want to see us do a commentary on Fear Her, then search up the worst Who, Fear Her. We done one on Love and Monsters as well, but that's sadly been deleted by YouTube.
Because they're cucks.
Yeah, Love and Monsters is good. Love and Monsters is like a series 2 highlight.
To be honest, yeah, it is.
Because you can not like it, but it's something different and it stands out.
Yeah, and it's.
And I wouldn't say it's bad. By any
I'd say
regards.
the greatest show in the galaxy is a better allegory
Well, yeah,
for a show. It's the best allegory within the show itself.
Well, yeah, you can't compare Love and Monsters to like Greatest Show. Greatest Show's obviously going to come on top. But I mean, yeah, its message that it was going for and stuff it was decent.
Yeah, what
Old
else?
Master,
I mean,
like 108 just triggered now.
oh, Nick's here. Nick, camera off now. Okay, good.
Oh my god, Nick, hi.
Right,
Hi,
we
Gene.
can finally chat about Big Finish covers because that's what we decided we were gonna do now, like a few seconds ago.
What have you been talking about so far?
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, Big Finish, Doctor Who.
Basically,
answering
it's the
questions.
largest tangent we've ever had.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're still stuck on like topic. I mean, we talked about Big Finish at the start.
And we
Went
talked
through
about Big
a lot
Finish
of
for
those.
most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd just like to say to people listening, I am trying to listen to Big Finish on Spotify. I will be getting around to doing some more of it soon. I listen to Signs of Time, and hopefully I'll be able to purchase stuff from Big Finish as soon as I start getting income from a. I've done an application for Clark's, but you never know. I haven't been lucky so far, so hopefully in the not too distant future I'll be getting paid and we'll be buying both CDs and downloads together. But if on the website getting the free download with the CDs, that is correct, isn't it?
yeah. If there's a CD, if there's a download option alongside CD, then getting the CD will unlock the download via the website.
Nick,
so I can get that for free.
Don't order
with the
Class.
Okay, I'll wait till Series 2 comes out.
They're both coming out at the same time.
I mean, like, if they did a Series 2 similar to Aliens Amongst Us for Torchwood.
Oh, right, okay.
So, basically, if Class doesn't actually get a renewed for a series like Jake Martini says they should do it for Netflix or a BBC Netflix co-production, if
They
Big
could
Finish do a Series 2, an Aliens Amongst Us-esque Series 2 of Class, then I'd try and get that. But if they do it for TV, then not worried until they stop.
Netflix.
What I find odd is
Yeah.
how with Class the TV show they put out both like episodes out on the same day, and they're doing the same with Big Finish by releasing both box sets on the same day.
Are they? Okay.
They are.
Ah,
I'll prove
wow.
it with my screen share. Got a lovely internet.
I was wondering when they announced, well, August 2018, but I'll take your word for it. Anyway, I was going to, when they did announce it, I wondered if there'll be a class option on that big page.
What are your
And
thoughts
I see
on
they
the
have.
Master coming to Big Finish? Hopefully,
On the what master?
the Eric Roberts Master. That was a question by Time Lord
Oh,
Master
okay.
108.
Oh, that sounds good.
Right. Okay, there's River.
Series 5. Is Series 4 not out?
No, it's not.
Hmm.
They released the cover for Series 4 and Series 5 on the same day.
Oh, okay. And who's... Oh, Tom Baker. I was going to wonder which Doctor it was going to be.
Oh, look! It's Mr. No Neck! Like his scarf perfectly covers his neck, mainly because they're like, oh no, we can't do a proper, like, Photoshop job, so we need someone to, like, cover their neck in scar.
Is it tomorrow Tom Baker's... Not tomorrow, next year Tom Baker's retiring from Big Finish?
Oh, that's just a rumor.
I think you sent a picture. It was you or one of the others that sent a picture of a Big Finish list of stuff.
It wasn't a picture.
A screenshot or something.
It was just basic.
Or a link.
I don't know.
Might have been a tweet.
Mm.
It was something picture
It was
based.
something in a Skype chat. But yeah, I don't think if the rumor is true that there won't be any more Brony Summerfield releases, but they'll just have
Lisa
Jenny
Malone too.
instead. I'm like, it's replacing Benny with Jenny.
Which they might be doing. Like I think someone said that David Tent's ones were taking over Tom Baker's ones.
That makes
or at least
sense.
in the place.
That makes
We're
sense.
going to be in place. Personally, I hope that at some point David Tennant and Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi will join the monthly range alongside Peter Davison, Colin Baker, and Sylvester McCoy. Paul McGann was.
I just
then
hope
he left.
Paul McGann returns. Like,
yes,
he can have his Time War box sets, but bloody hell, Ravenous One was
bad.
no, it just Doom
Was it good?
Coalition 2 was better. That's saying something.
Was that the weakest of that lot?
Yeah.
And the eight non-Time War Ravenous box sets up to this point. Out of all the Dark Eyes and Doom Coalition ones is
Doom Coalition 2 is the worst.
The worst of those 8.
Ravenous 1, in my opinion, its heart was in the right place, but actually no, I don't know whether I'd call it worse than Doom Coalition 2, but they're certainly both down there.
Is there going to be 4 Ravenous?
Yes, there's going to be 4 of them. Okay, there are positives to Ravenous. The characters are superb.
That's good.
Paul McGann's great as always. The chemistry he has with Livchenko, played by Nicola Walker. Yeah. Wasn't Nicola Walker in Collateral?
Yes, she was the vicar.
All right.
Yeah, I've done a review that. To be honest, if I'm honest, her character and the story of her character and characters around her, they are merely unimportant subplots after episode 1, especially by the end. In episode 4, they're just filler.
All right.
She does a good job, and it's nice to see her. But after episode 1, episode 1, episode 2, you don't really need them. The 4th one, it's okay. 2. Actually, episode 2 it is necessary, but 3 and 4, especially 4, it feels like filler. Basically, the plot is about her being, she has a lesbian roommate, and they're basically lesbians, and also her roommate's a Chinese immigrant. Vietnamese immigrant. And by the end of episode 4, she leaves, especially as Nicola Walker's character is under pressure from the bishop about it. Not because she's a lesbian, but
Can't be
because she has to
gay
be a
in front of-
representative.
Oh no.
It's all religious stuff.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's all after episode 2. It's all pointless filler.
Hmm.
To be honest, so is some of the David Mars, that's John Sims' character. That political stuff is filler, but it's interesting filler. I
Yeah.
love his speech about the nasty list country bits
Mm-hmm.
because he kind of is right.
Anyways,
Yes, I've done full reviews on these episodes if anyone wants to check them out.
Matt, read the
Okay.
chat.
Huh? What?
I don't know. You can read the chat if you want. There's probably some questions.
It's a really good thing Doctor Who hasn't resorted to a clip show episode yet. Oh, really? It hasn't? I thought it was just playing the same thing, like, for the past, like, 8 years. Moffat staleness jokes! Haha! Right.
Haha.
Haha! But yeah. Hattie Morahan as Helen Sinclair. Yeah, she's good. I just feel like the Doctor's companions really need something to define them. Liv,
Apart from this.
well, Bliss, yeah, she knows.
And I said, no, not Bliss. I said, apart from this. I was going to say Big Finish, but then it became this.
Yeah, just
Is there actually a character called Bliss?
there is a character called Bliss. She's
Okay,
a companion.
I said
in
this.
the
So
Time War box set.
okay. I was trying to say Big Finish, but then it came out as this with a T. So it came out as Bliss for
Yeah.
some reason.
So
I meant this.
yeah. Charlie has a sense of adventure and has good chemistry with the Doctor.
And has a grumpy face on the last adventure pictures. Seriously, she looks grumpy. She looks like she's crossed with someone.
Well, she does nearly get turned into a wolf person. So she must be cross about that.
Possibly.
Kariz had potential. From what I've heard, he doesn't get much better than in the Divergent Universe arc. He's likable. He's got something, unlike Clara did in Series 7. By the end of Series 8, Clara has more than Kariz ever did. Kariz had an interesting backstory. And that's basically all, really. Which is a shame, because he sounds like you could be really good mates with him. And he would be an interesting mate to have, someone that can change the color of his skin at whim.
Wait, that seems like quite a strange gimmick to have for an audio thing.
Well, the thing is, he's chameleonic. His gimmick is that he doesn't look like a human.
Alright.
Even though he has a human face, essentially, by the cover art. And he's got a sort of humanoid form. But he's got weird ridges on his head. So basically, he's a Klingon, but he can change the color of his skin.
Alright.
Basically. Then you've got Lucy, who is basically one of the best companions in the history of Doctor Who. Because she's like a combination of Rose and Donna, except better.
But like the good parts from both them characters.
The good parts and better. So
Sort of like a Monet chaff.
then you've got Mary Shelley, who's basically like a teenager from the past, except she's better than Victoria.
I can believe that.
Then you've got Molly, who
You weren't really a big fan of her, were you?
well, I wasn't a big fan of her. It's that, to be honest, once you experience Lucy, you can't go back. Molly is well written, and I see why she's a bitch, but she's still a bitch. Liv, I feel like logically she should be bland, but the delivery by Nicola Walker makes her not seem bland, even though she does have emotion. Yeah, I feel like if they just let her gimmick be she can never lie and they use that, then yeah, that would be great. I feel like that would be a great gimmick for a companion. But in Dark Eyes 2, she was dying. Like basically in Dark Eyes, she's basically. I feel like she was introduced so that the Doctor can have a companion because the actress that played Molly just was busy. Just yeah. In Doom Coalition, I don't know. I don't like the way Doom Coalition was handled. None of the decisions seemed like they made sense in the long run. It feels like they were. Doesn't feel like they were making stuff up as they were going along, but it felt like they were doing that and didn't retrospectively make everything better. Like they were planning it, making stuff up as they were going along, and they didn't do much to change it, like retrospectively, and then release it. But yeah, the only thing from Doom Coalition, the only thing that originated in Doom Coalition that I really like so like, is the 11.
Yes.
Who appears in Ravenous 1 in the second half, and is really well played by Mark Bonnar. Oh my gosh, he is one of the best parts about the box set. One of the two good, not one of the two good parts, like one of the two best parts. The other best part is the Candyman. He's genuinely really good. He's not even creepy. He's just really well played. He's not. You don't suspect him to be a villain at first because, oh, he's reformed. He's actually trying to reform criminals with his sugary snacks. But then you find out he's working with the 11.
Who's working with the 11?
The Candyman. Spoilers for Ravenous 1. But I don't care, to be honest. I spoil things I don't particularly like that much. Actually, let's go on to the Ravenous 1 picture.
How did they bring the Candyman back? How did they explain that? Is the Candyman just from a race of Candymen?
No.
They
just found him and repaired him or something. I don't know.
Down to like the sweet factory and was, yeah, we'll just build a new one.
Is he actually there?
That's him.
Wait, that's him.
That is the Candyman.
He's not looking much better.
He looks like the way he was originally meant to look.
Yeah.
You mean he wasn't supposed to be a big licorice all sorts, man?
No, he wasn't meant to originally look like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Bertie Bassett.
The thing is, towards the end of the story, like he nearly dies and he gets damaged, and but we see him again, and his voice is the original voice. It's not played by the original guy, but his voice just sounds like creepy, like it sounds creepy but more human but robotic at the same time.
Okay.
Robotic delivery, but he sounds more like a normal person. But then it just sounds like the Candyman from the Happiness Patrol at the end.
To be honest, that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
It's always that was my favorite moment in the entirety of this box set. The bit towards the end. I don't want to say it about this box set, but it just really wasn't that. And John Dorney's entries were bit meh.
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 So he's basically becoming. Is he becoming Stephen Moffat?
No,
Not
John
not
Dorney is
not not god awful. Not god awful. I mean, is he starting to lose his touch?
Listen, I don't think
Is
he's
what I
starting
meant.
to lose his touch. I just feel like
He's putting in some weak ones.
he should take a break from the Eighth Doctor.
You
His
think he should go on to do 5, 6, 7?
he should more focus on them, but he's already focusing on them at the same time.
Oh,
The eighth,
maybe he should
I feel
take a
like
break.
he
Full
should
stop.
only really do the Eighth Doctor when he's got an award-winning idea, like with basically all his openers to box sets. Basically, all like Dark Eyes 4. His the first in that box set was just really good. Probably the best one in that set. A Life in the Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really good. Then his entry in Doom Coalition 1, The Red Lady.
Oh, that was critically acclaimed by
It is
fans.
critically acclaimed for a good reason. Scenes from Her Life, looking back on it, was probably the best one out of Doom Coalition 2, and I was like, that one? I think I just didn't get it. Because other people were like, oh my gosh, it's really good. Rest of it's a bit meh. But it's, oh my gosh, this one's good. Doom Coalition 3, Absent Friends won an award. And then the last one, which was the Crucible of Souls, has possibly the best cliffhanger in Big Finish history since the Vengeance of Morbius.
Do tell for both.
Vengeance of Morbius, you're like, okay, there's not to sacrifice his life to save the universe. All right, he'll come back. There's a time paradox here. He stopped Morbius. Yeah, why isn't he back? Kind of stopped Morbius before the time paradox cancelled out. Yeah, the Doctor's dead.
Is this which Doctor?
8. The 8th Doctor.
Is it the next story that he comes back, or next season?
Yeah, it's the next season because it's like an end of series cliffhanger. And then at the end of Doom 3, right? Basically, the Doctor, Liv, and Helen are captured by the Doom Coalition, and they're locked in this airpod. Basically, the Doom Coalition they're kind of destroying the time vortex. They've destroyed the universe's future essentially, and basically the pod is being ejected into where the vortex was. They're being drifted into literal nothingness, and there's no way of escaping.
So how do they escape?
Luck, basically. And even then, they've literally got a few minutes to live because they have not got enough oxygen to survive. So then, of course, the next story would be a Dr. Light one. And the Doctor, Liv, and Helen are separated in that one. Songs of Love. It's River Song focused. She was a bit annoying in that one, to be honest. But yeah, that was probably the best written one. But the Side of the Angels was pretty good. It was pretty good. Like, got the monk in it. It's got the Weeping Angels in it. It's got New York in it. Cardinal Lystra's in it, but not played by Jacqueline Pierce until she regenerates. Yeah, Doom Coalition 3 and Doom Coalition 4, and heck, even Doom Coalition 1. They do have their good points, and largely I would recommend Doom Coalition as a series. But to be honest, it was less coherent than Dark Eyes in terms of what it wanted to do. Somehow. Because Dark Eyes was an experiment. Dark Eyes 2 was basically like, okay, we're going to try and continue this. Dark Eyes 3 was like, we know what we want to do with this now, but we physically can't because scheduling conflicts. And Dark Ice 4 is like, we need to tie this up. That had more structure than Doom Coalition. And Doom Coalition was all planned out. This is why I'm glad that 8th Doctor Time War 2 does not have John Dorney or Matt Fitton. Because quite frankly, they need a break, and yeah, they won't be getting one because they're probably doing all of Ravenous.
Have you listened to Ravenous?
Huh?
Have you listened to Ravenous?
Well, yeah, I've listened to Ravenous 1. Yeah, because that's the only one that's out.
Oh my god! I just found a couple of audios that are free. Oh, these behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
This is in the special release items.
If you go on to it, you can get a couple of free audios,
Yeah.
Bonus stuff.
like stories.
Basically. Oh, okay.
Just please
Basic?
explain.
People are really.
This is special releases.
What do you mean?
And it's basically all of them on page 2, apart from the music ones.
Oh, are these like all the part 1s?
No, I don't
no.
think so.
Well, what does it say? I'll actually just go on it because I can.
Yep, it's Doctor Who special releases, released items, page 2.
Special releases. Well, there's bonus, but where's special? There we go. Right next to William. Right, page 2.
Yep, starting with No Place Like Home and going down to talk about my regeneration.
I was on oldest first. You were on newest first, probably. So
Yeah,
this is a behind the scenes thing, talking about my regeneration, making of the Science of Time.
Yep.
Last of the
Got
Titans. This is just a 30-minute story. This is just a 30-minute story. Last of the Titans, 30-minute story featuring Sylvester McCoy. 30-minute story featuring Colin Baker. 30-minute story featuring Peter Davison. 30-minute story featuring Paul McGann.
Is that on this one? Last of the Titans.
Last of the No. Last of the Titans is 7. Ratings War is 6.
Mm-hmm.
No Place Like Home is 5. Living Legend is 8.
Ratings War. No Place Like Home. Living Legend on page 1.
Yeah. I'm on page 1 of oldest first.
Oh, okay. I'm on newest first, but yeah, Living Legend. They're basically free for download.
They are free for download.
What do you think? Add to basket? If they're free.
They're free. You might as well give them a listen.
I'm gonna start with Last of the Titans. Check out.
Well, the only one I've heard from them is.
I've got.
I've heard Last of the Titans.
I can't remember my password. I'm gonna have to look downstairs later.
All right.
Hang on. No, I remember. I remember it.
It's meh, I'd say. To be honest, Last of the Titans. And again, I'd say that about Living Legend as well. This is just.
The thing is, I don't think any of these stories are really great though. Just kind of
Yeah, but they're free.
Yeah, that's what they're.
Hang on a second. I'm going to knock at the door.
All right.
Okay.
I'll just get
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Oh wait, I need to go in 6 minutes. Because the stream has went on a lot longer than I thought it was gonna.
Because you see, we talk about things.
How long have we actually been streaming?
Nearly 2 hours. Or about 2 hours, roughly.
Well, yeah, going on the thing. I started streaming 2 hours ago. So we've probably been calling for 2.5.
Yeah. This is a beautiful cover, isn't it?
Who made it?
Tom Webster.
Oh. I noticed he done the Ravenous one because it was just covered in the lens flares.
Yeah,
Yeah, this cover's really nice.
it's got a different image of the Eighth Doctor for once. It's Bliss. It's the 12. Your mum. And the Glass Woman from Twice Upon a Time.
Okay.
Also, Briggsy Boy.
Just looking at the background to see if they're like toy Daleks. In, like,
Okay,
the really small
guys.
ones. I can't tell though.
Right.
Okay, sorry about that. Nobody knocked. It was a noise from outside, but I went to do whilst I was out.
Oh, alright.
Okay. Anyway, back to sorting out this purchase for free. Okay, I think I remember my name.
So I'm just gonna gush over this cover made by Tom Webster.
This might not be the right password. No, it's not.
I've noticed something with these newer Doctor Who Big Finish covers, right?
Yeah.
You look along the top and you look along the bottom. There's the, like, I guess meteorites from the logo teaser.
Oh, I hadn't noticed
I
that.
noticed them.
Interesting.
I noticed them in the Colin monthlies. I've noticed them in the early adventures ones as well. I haven't noticed them in the Second Doctor Companion Chronicles thing though. So I'm gonna check that. I pre-ordered it, so look, it is different.
Yeah. They might just be doing it for like actual releases, not like Companion Chronicles type stuff.
Companion Chronicles are actual releases, John.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They
I
are-
meant like. Yeah, I know they're good. The ones I've heard were decent.
Okay, I can't remember my password at the moment, so I'm just going to add them to baskets. Not actually.
These are
Oh.
all good. Like, this is just a great image, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I really like this. You've got a planet. You've got pterodactyls, so the Vortisaurs might be in it.
What might be in it?
The Vortisaurs.
Okay.
They're the space pterodactyls. Stu Bagfull keeps speaking about.
Right.
You've got
Are they in some of your Infinite Dimension stories, by the way?
yeah.
I'm going to have to
They
read
are.
I'm going to have to read the latest one soon.
I don't know what the latest one is, to be honest.
It was a May release. Very late May. I think it was with Pretentious. I'm not sure.
Might have been. I don't know. I've not checked.
Hang on.
So you've got Trouty Boy.
I had Chrome somewhere.
You've got his toy boy Jamie. You've got the tart. Hold on. Is that a meteor?
Yeah, it is, but it's not.
Oh
not
look,
serious,
it's
it looks
triangular. Illuminati confirmed. You've got Ben. This is a great image of Ben. You've got to admit.
Yeah.
You've got
Guess.
Polly, the worst image of Polly, basically. Let's face it, it's the worst image of Polly. You've got Leela.
Wait, what?
Leela is in this. Because that makes sense, right?
Not really.
Because time travel.
Exactly. You've also got Daphne Ashbrook playing like what's her face, Ruth Matheson
Okay,
from
it's a
other Big Finish stories.
there's a okay. The latest Infinite Dimensions is crossing over in the Johnson range.
Okay, so it's probably pretentious.
And then we have two of the same person at the bottom.
Like, are people?
No, I genuinely saw a Twitch like comment, and like people thought they were the same. They're like, "Wait, why is Zoe going by like the name Vicky?" Or
Or
It's like, are you thick?
they're obviously different.
Yeah.
One's a smart ass bitch, and one's a dumb ass bitch.
Nick, have you been tuning into Twitch to watch Classic Who?
I haven't got a Twitch account, and
You don't
I
need
don't know
to.
how to make it.
You don't need a
have.
Twitch account.
It's free. You can watch
Yeah.
it for
Right.
free.
Okay. Might give it a go soon.
You've
I've
missed
been
out on the
busy.
first two Doctors. You can tune into like Pertwee's era.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay.
you missed out on the best era, you know,
The 60s.
Who.
That's all right. I've been watching reconstructions of missing episodes, so I've not been missing out.
Nick, I'll just send you a link for you to keep for later when you want to tune in and when.
Alright.
So it won't be on tonight or tomorrow night, but it will be on Monday night. And
Okay.
I'll be missing all of next week's stuff because I'll be away and won't have any time to watch it.
Where are you going?
London school trip.
London, 1965.
What do you mean 65? Oh, London, 1965.
It's that. To be honest, I'm kind of glad I wasn't on Twitch when that meme started.
London,
It's the only
1965.
greatest meme that has ever been
No, Jamie,
related to
no.
Doctor Who. Shoes. I must find my shoes. That is my
Okay.
I'm just gonna make a compilation of all the memes once all the trailers are dropped. Just gonna make a big compilation.
Okay,
of all the
Monday's
memes.
Monday's got the Ambassadors of Death. That's okay.
Yeah, and Inferno.
I am not worried. I'm honestly not a fan of Inferno.
What?
Sorry, guys.
Nick, leave.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I actually need to leave.
Oh,
I need to get food because I haven't ate and I didn't know the stream would be going on for like 2.5 hours.
so I'm probably
Okay.
going to be watching The Time Monster on my DVD on the 14th. So a day before the Twitch one. Besides the DVD needs watching.
I feel utterly sorry for you.
I've also got to see. I've got to watch Underworld.
You don't
and,
need to watch it. Trust me.
And
What's
Haunted
going
Nyland.
on?
And I've got to rewatch The Enemy of the World, which I know you love.
Yeah,
And
you could
Planet-
watch that instead of the Time Monster. Same number of episodes.
that's going first. Enemy of the World. It's going in order. Enemy of the World, Time Monster. Then I've got to rewatch Planet of Evil, which I'm not really a fan of, but rewatch might help. And then it's Underworld and Horns of Nyman. And then I'm done. Okay, I've got some new series to rewatch, but in terms of first viewings, Horns of Nyman episode 4 is the last episode of Doctor Who 1963 to 2017 I have to watch. The next new episode after Horns of Nyman episode 4 will be Series 11 episode...
It'll be Jodie's.
Sorry?
It'll be Jodie's first.
Yeah, will be Series 11 episode 1. So, because I'm hoping to see new stories by mid to end of this month. And as we all know, Series 11 is not coming out until 2 years in the future. Sorry, 2 billion years in the future. I'm joking, it's going to be autumn. Sometime.
October.
Probably. They haven't really given us much information, so either it's super secret, or they're too lazy.
I
I don't know which.
Well, no. They're not lazy. No.
just can't be.
No, they're tightening it down. They're like, no, we don't need to reveal every single secret like Steven did.
But
Steven could keep a secret.
That's true. But
Steven was like, oh, let's reveal the best secret about Series 10 before it even airs.
Oh, the Master.
Yes.
But it's been, what, 6-7 months since they started filming? And all we know for certain is Alan Cummings going to be in it. And that wasn't his fault, to be honest. that got leaked. Well, not leaked. He revealed it.
He leaked it himself.
Yeah. So, and there have been rumors that there'll be a trailer this month, even before they said it was going to be the 18th. Or they said it was going to be sometime in spring, and then the 18th of June ones. So, and by the sounds of it, they shut that rumor down. Could still be July or August. There'll definitely be one in September. I say September because it's just a month away. They want to promote it by then.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to release the trailer. If it's not going to be June, I think they're going to do a trailer in July, and then maybe do another one at the end of September. I'm just going to go through the rest of Classic Who on this list. Ark in Space is on the 21st.
I'm just gonna go to the toilet, so I'm just gonna leave chimes as what the viewers will see, and you can just ramble on about Doctor Who.
Okay, I'm looking at the Twitch. Yeah, okay. Just
Right,
looking at the
ramble
Twitch at
on.
the moment. The Davison era. Just to let you know, Tom Baker's starts on the 21st of June, and ends on the 6th of July, along with K9 and Company being shown. And then on the 9th, you got Peter Davison, which ends on the 12th, which is so it's basically you get 4 days of Peter Davison. So Peter Davison haters, you can stay away for only 4 days. Although I would recommend watching The Five Doctors. Oh my god, no, it's not on here. How could you miss The Five Doctors? And Remembrance of the Daleks. Though I've heard that they're not showing any Terry Nation Dalek stories. So that's a bummer, because Remembrance is the best classic out there. How could you not show it? I'm sorry to everybody who prefers another story, and Matt, for example, prefers City of Death. But oh my god, Remembrance of the Daleks, you don't show that, you are committing suicide to the fan base. No offense to anyone who prefers another story. Anyway, Colin Baker's is 16th to 18th of July, but you get Trial of Time Lord in one day. I beat you to it. I watched one of my rewatches of Trial of Time Lord, all 14 episodes in one day. Beat you. And then McCoy is 7th. He's 19th, 20th, and 23rd. And not only did they miss Remembrance of the Daleks, they missed The Five Doctors, which is the next best classic Who story besides the movie. Yes, I love the movie. Okay, excluding the movie, the best two classic stories are Remembrance of the Daleks and The Five Doctors. The next best one would be City of Death, which is thankfully showing on the 3rd of July. But Five Doctors, Remembrance not being shown, shocking. Positively shocking. That's a reference to James Bond, Goldfinger to be precise. Thankfully, Tomb was shown. That's good. Ark in Space was also shown. Attack of the Cybermen, is that being shown? Yes, thank goodness. Sounds like Matt's back.
Right, I'm back.
Hi, I just had a quick ramble about how Remembrance of the Daleks and the Five Doctors are not on Twitch
Yeah.
in this marathon. That is, for me, those are the best two classics, excluding the movie.
Well, you see,
well, the movie was going to be shown anyway, so those were, for me, the best two classics. And they're not being shown.
well,
I know about that they weren't going to show any of the non-Terry Nation Dalek stories, but
yeah.
I was already annoyed about that. What's the excuse for Five Doctors?
A Dalek's in it.
Yeah, I know the Dalek's in it. Other than that,
The Dalek is in it.
and that's it.
That probably is why.
And what's the reason for not showing any Terry Nation Dalek stories? Is it rights?
Non-Terry Nation Dalek stories.
I meant that for not showing non-Terry Nation Dalek stories, which is pretty much all the 80s ones.
Because the Terra Nation estate probably said no.
Probably.
I think they're showing
Right.
Frontier in Space.
Yeah, Frontier in Space is airing, but to be honest, that one is technically the first 6 of the 12-parter, if you nudge the two stories together.
Yeah. How connected
There is.
are they, actually?
Literally, you remember how in the Hartnell era the stories would literally start as the one story would end, and then the next story would start at the cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
It's that. It's basically
Okay.
the Doctor falls to the floor at the end of Frontier in Space Part 6, cuts to credits, start of Planet of Daleks Episode 1, he's on the floor, Joe's trying to wake him up.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Hmm.
I mean, season 10. They might as well put a nod back to season 1.
Yeah, well, those two stories were, I think, in the booklet of Frontier in Space, it said that they wanted to do something like Dalek Master Plan, have a 12-part Dalek epic, but instead of doing 12 episodes, one 12-episode story, they did 2 6-parters. That being said, the Daleks don't appear until until halfway through episode 6 of Frontier in Space, so I wouldn't really call it a 12-part Dalek epic, more of a 6.5-part Dalek epic, and the other 5.5 parts of Frontier in Space. Basically, you could call that a Master Ogron epic until halfway through the last episode, then a Master Ogron Dalek epic, then the next story is a Dalek epic.
You
The
know,
same problem. I also quickly mentioned that the Supreme Dalek in Planet of Daleks doesn't appear until about the same time through the same last episode. So basically, it pops up about halfway through episode 6. So again, with Daleks being missing throughout most of Frontier, popping up not too long before the end, the same happens with the Supreme Dalek, the next story. Except with that one, you've got the Daleks throughout the entire story, so it's not as big of a problem. And yes, there's said
I was
Dalek.
just about to ask, is this the Supreme?
Yeah, that's that one. The Planet of the Daleks Dalek.
I've not seen like most of the Pertwee Dalek stories. The only one I've seen is Death to the Daleks.
That's my least favourite of the besides Frontier.
Stop! Don't move!
Oh yeah, that cliffhanger.
What cliffhanger? I'm at the edge of my seat. A red checkered thing.
If they showed it was live, then it would have been a cliffhanger.
Like, sorry, I'm just imagining.
wasn't.
Like, stop! Don't move! Like, shows a shot of it, and then just like a spark. Yeah,
that would have been better. But it was just the floor.
Oh, look, a floor! Oh my gosh, how will the Doctor get out of this one? A slightly different looking bit of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, you could have assumed it was bad. It was a problem. It was going to be something. But they didn't show it until the next episode, and already the cliffhanger had already shown. How long is that episode 3 of Death to the Daleks, by the way?
Yes.
I'm going to look up how long that is.
Death of the Daleks is a 4-parter, so it's like...
Yeah, I'm looking up how long, time length of the episode, like 24 so minutes.
Yeah.
24 minutes, 20 seconds, for example. So if it couldn't have another 5 seconds, let's say, 5 seconds of a shot of static electricity, did it run out of its 25-minute runtime?
Someone, it says, pardon me. Time Lord Master 108 said, Matt, I have a request. I'd really love to see those title remakes with the different themes for the What If Doctor Who Wasn't That series. Okay. I could upload them. And then, hey Matt, is it bad that I actually consider the What If Doctor Who Was an Axe version of the series the actual canon continuation instead of TV movie and New Who?
Bit of a shame, but oh well.
It's a bit of a shame because
it's going to be on a... No, I'm not going to spoil anything. I know some of the plans, but I'm not going to say anything.
Well, how much do you actually know up to?
Season 48 and a bit of the 50th.
Right, so better keep your mouth shut then.
Yeah.
Like I am. I've
I
only
can
revealed
tell
the
you.
facts that
No.
of what has been done as opposed to what the things that have been done is. Because, well,
Is it okay to tell them one little thing?
type it in our Skype chat, and then I'll tell you if it's okay. I can say, I have said that the season 47 stories have been decided upon. And I can only see one really being that controversial. I'm eating something, by the way, so if you hear noises, then that's probably what it is.
Okay. In the meantime, Death to the Daleks Part 3 is 24 minutes and 24 seconds.
Nick, I
So
just
they
wouldn't
could have-
recommend saying what you were about to say then in regards to what
Okay, I
wasn't X.
Okay, I won't say anything. So, by the looks of it, they could have squeezed in 2 or 3 seconds of a static electricity shot on the board. Maybe just keep the shot they had, just throw some static electricity, and that would have been okay. They had a few seconds. These episodes actually come quite pretty close to 25-minute mark. They're 24.5 minutes roughly each, so they come pretty close. But I think they still could have thrown some an effect on the shot they had, maybe extend it by a second or two. But yeah, is it the shortest one? Yeah, it's the shortest episode. It's 1 second short of part 2, and which is 24:25. Part 1's 24:32, and part 4 is 24:35. So they could easily have put an extra second or two just for to add the effect. Easy. No problems. But they didn't. Which is annoying. Oh, you're looking up Dalek Empire now.
When we were speaking about Death to the Daleks, do we mean this?
No, I meant the story. The John
This
Pertwee
is
one.
this is a story.
I meant the John Pertwee one.
Who knows? They might be hiding John Pertwee in the cast.
Okay, I meant the 1974
John
I meant-
Pertwee's probably not in this.
Yeah,
By
the
the way, the Dalek
1974
Empire stuff
story
starting
episode
to go
4.
out of print as well.
Sorry?
Dalek Empire stuff starting to go out of print as well,
Ooh.
as you can see.
Well, certainly the first 2 episodes. And 2.2
2.4,
and 2.4, 3.1
3.1.
and 2. .1.
Yeah.
Couple of them.
So
yeah,
yeah,
you
the
can't
majority still there.
Yeah, I can say, I think by the looks of it, I can safely say you can't get all of them on all of an entire series of any of them. I
Yeah,
think
you can't.
you can't get an entire series. There is at least one of them out of print on CD.
Yeah,
It's a bit like a missing
them all for
episode.
download. All, but
Yeah,
the only
all the
bundles there
download.
are download only.
Yeah, so you can't get you can't get any of them complete on CD. It's like a missing story. You've got a story. It's, let's say, I'm gonna pick out. Let's say, what's the story that's got most of its episodes surviving, but there's 1 or 2 still missing?
Reign of Terror.
Reign of Terror. You've got, okay. It's like having all the 4 parts. It's like trying to get all 6 episodes of Reign of Terror, but then you've only got 4, and there's 2 missing, although they have been animated. But for the purposes of this example, there is 2 missing episodes, so you can't get the incomplete Reign of Terror unless at least not the. Oh, he's gone. But you can't get the Reign of Terror in its original format, its original live action format, which is a shame. Although I'm not really a big fan of that story, it's a shame that we've got these missing episodes. I'm saying the same about the Space Pirates, and I don't like that one. I rewatched this. I gave the story a watch on Thursday and Friday. Whilst I say the second half of the story is much, much, much better. So the first half, it's still the weakest story I've ever seen / heard. Not just from Doctor Who, at least. Although that reconstruction on the Edge of Destruction DVD for Marco Polo, that Marco Polo reconstruction, you can't do a 30-minute reconstruction of a 7-minute story. Maybe you could make it an hour, but no, not 30 minutes. It doesn't work. It's just a bit of a mess. No, it's a very big mess. I don't like that reconstruction. The full-length reconstructions that Loose Cannon did, they're great. And you get colour versions as well. So a bit like the Power of the Daleks animated ones, you get black and white and colour version. Gonna have to check out the black and white one soon, because I watched the colour one. So, yeah. So a bit like that. Those reconstructions, much better, and I actually got an opinion of the story. It was good. I like Marco Polo. There you go. That's my opinion of that story. The reconstruction on Edge of Destruction is absolutely terrible. You will not get a proper opinion of the story, and you will just end up hating what you actually watched without actually having to hate the actual story, which, if you go and listen to or go and find a proper reconstruction...
Hi, sorry about
now.
that. Sorry about that.
I was talking about the Marco Polo reconstruction on the Edge of Destruction DVD and how the Loose Cannon one, being the full-length one, is much better, because the Edge of Destruction one is only half an hour. And it sounds like a mess. Whilst if you go and do one of the Loose Cannons or somebody else's full-length episode ones, they will probably sound a lot better.
Mm. Yeah, sorry about being away. My laptop died. It died.
Okay. The reason I was talking about that is because I was saying I'd recently seen the Space Pirates. And I'd say, well, I've been saying it'd be great if the Reign of Terror missing episodes were back, even if I wasn't a big fan of that story. And then I was going to go on to say same for Space Pirates, even though I wasn't a big fan of that. And then I went on to saying that it's the weakest, my least favourite classic Who story, but it's not the worst Doctor Who product out there, in my opinion. We've got the Marco Polo reconstruction for starters, and then what I find even worse, at least on a creative level, at least Marco Polo is terrible, but that's probably due to editing. I mean, if they'd gone to an hour, it probably would have been a better reconstruction. It wouldn't have been full length, but it'd be like the Galaxy 4 episodes 1 and 2 one being 2 episodes in 25 minutes, and I think the Ice Warriors 2 and 3 one did for its VHS.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, let's say the fact it had to be squeezed into half an hour made it terrible. If it was an hour, it probably would have been okay.
Let me guess. Whatever happened to Susan is your least favourite thing in the Doctor Who franchise.
To this date. How did you know?
It's almost as if you made a review for it in the Universals back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that mean I have to review, like, Kill the Moon and Hellbent and that?
No.
Not part of my contract.
No, it's not part of your contract.
There isn't.
You can if you want. You can rant about them. I think Irene was going to do a science video about Kill the Moon, about how it wasn't very good with sciencey stuff, all that.
So, Kill the Moon it looked pretty. That's the only saving grace.
Yeah, and Peter Capaldi being Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi's eyebrows couldn't even save this one.
I liked his performance, even though his character wasn't that great. Same for Clara. I thought Jenna Coleman did a good job. And to be honest, that was a pretty good...
But what she was given, I just think Clara was an unlikable git in that, because basically... Yeah.
It's better than that one scene in Listen.
Oh, the whole world could be destroyed. At least we're not killing the baby. We're not killing the unborn. I'm a good Irish girl.
She's from Blackpool.
Don't care.
Or Preston.
I bet she'd become a member of the DUP. Those anti-abortion people.
There's a lot of those in Ireland at the moment. Particularly Northern Ireland.
Yeah. I mean, actually, there's a lot more people in the Republic actually go like, actually, we don't want to be backwards.
Hmm.
We're pro-choice because, women should choose
Yeah.
their body.
You can have the decision. Then again, it's better than in some countries where a miscarriage, let's say, or a stillbirth can actually get convicted. If that happens this is some countries' case. I think it's the Middle East, maybe Asia.
Probably.
Well, Middle East, Asia, but maybe some other ones. A woman can actually get tried for murder for a stillborn or for a miscarriage.
So they get tried for murder for something that they can't control. Okay.
Yeah, and they're usually convicted.
Okay.
And usually it's life. Most countries,
At least
in
it's
my
not
opinion.
death.
Oh yeah, well, I wouldn't be
Because they're
surprised if
not
they did.
gay, so that's fine.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they did have a death penalty for such a thing. In my opinion, those countries need to have a good look at themselves and then come and have a look over here and say, holy shit, we need to improve. Or someone needs to go over there and have a big shout at them for being idiots. And then they need to go over to Iran and say that they're big idiots at the moment for stuff. There's some stuff going on that they're being idiots about. And then they've got to, and then said countries, I don't know which ones, but there's some of them, they need to stop this stupidity. At least stop making it, saying that the women are deliberately killing their babies for something that's actually natural. It's like you have an avalanche in, let's say, the French Alps. You have an avalanche.
The mountain's not killing you.
Yeah, it's your local tour guide. Your local tour guide sending people to die. Oh, look, an avalanche. She can't control the avalanches. They're just taking you skiing. They don't know when they're going to happen.
I mean, there's precautions for avalanches.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're not the cause. The skiing instructors.
Can happen though.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Right for murder.
Yeah, I'm saying the ski instructors are not responsible for avalanches unless they're doing it deliberately. But if you're just taking people skiing and an avalanche happens and they survive, but there are people dying, and the French government say, "Ooh, it was your fault," then try them for murder and then convict them. It's like that. It's stupid.
Your punishment should be shoving a baguette up where the sun don't shine.
Exactly. It's like that. It's as stupid as that. I mean, I can understand them having anti-abortion laws, but to say it's deliberate murder, you are absolutely stupid. Literally, if it was deliberate, if they actually deliberately caused the death of their baby, okay. But if it was an accident, fuck off.
Yeah, I mean,
basically, fuck off right now.
The termination of an unborn life.
Yeah, well, they claim it to be. Well, what I was saying is that they're claiming stillbirths or miscarriages. I know that is stupid unless it's deliberate.
I can see the reasoning behind like anti-abortion people, but I don't agree with them. So taking that into account, people who think having a miscarriage is murder. Those people need to take a long, hard look at themselves.
Yeah.
Find the nearest gun, point it, put the barrel inside their mouth, and be brave enough to pull the trigger, so they can rid the world of their stupidity, their ignorance, their abhorrence.
Do you know what would be worse?
What?
If they did have the death penalty for that. And also, I would say death penalty for abortion is also not a good idea either.
Of course. Oh, we should kill you because you wanted to actually remain safe as a human being because you needed to terminate this child for a reason. No, we want you to live a miserable life or die.
Yes, because we're idiots.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm against the death penalty full stop, but with reason. But if they did some sort of stupid reason like that, or a girl stealing a petticoat, which was one of the a reason to get executed in this country a few centuries ago.
Yeah. That was a few
This-
centuries ago. It was a different time.
Yeah, it was about-
People were stupid and science wasn't invented yet.
What wasn't invented?
Science.
Yeah, well, it was being developed at it was 1700s.
Yeah,
that
but
a girl was hanged for stealing a petticoat in Norfolk.
yeah, science
petticoat.
was illegal
And
because
she was-
it was against religion, and religion was the law.
Yeah, I'm talking about a little girl, 6 years old, stealing a petticoat.
They hung a 6-year-old.
But stealing a petticoat, yeah. Well, stealing was a
What
big
the
deal back then, but
Fuck.
yes, according to horrible histories somewhere. I think it's their
Terrible
Georgian one.
Tudors, gorgeous Georgians, slimy
Yeah.
Stuarts,
Well,
velvet
apparently it happened.
Victorians,
Well, if it did happen,
woeful wars, ferocious fights.
well, to be honest, people in history are fucked up periods, but that one particularly, those people, oh god. At least James the First hanging a guy for pickpocketing. Well, I don't agree with hanging pickpockets, but to be honest, I don't agree with hanging full stop. But
I don't agree with
At least
hanging
he was-
unless if you really need to do it.
yeah, or executions full stop. But at least with that one, that wasn't pickpocketing was a executionally worthy crime. But stealing a petticoat, that's just bottom of the barrel, especially for a 6-year-old. I mean, Christ on a bike, have some dignity. Yeah, and you religious people can have a go at me for saying that, but I don't care. Religion is no longer the law.
Okay, Matt, do you know if it's
And it's
possible to
probably
get the
due to them
version
that
you'd
caused a
mentioned
lot of
on Kindle,
problems.
Since I'm interested in writing scripts for stories based on them, I don't think you can get them on Kindle.
What's he
Long
saying?
Barrow, yeah, okay. Basically, someone's wondering if you can get the Virgin New Adventures on a Kindle. I don't think
Try
you
Amazon.
can. However, I do know Nightshade and Long Barrow you can read online for free. I mean, same thing with like Human Nature, but like Human Nature's not a Doctor Who story within what if Doctor Who wasn't access. It was the basis for Leftover season 3.
Mm,
It was.
okay.
If you noticed,
No.
I mean, the
Oh,
image
Human Nature.
world
Did
the
you say?
character-
Oh, sorry. Did you say Human Nature? I thought you said Lungbar.
Oh no, Human Nature. Long Barrow was a story in what if Doctor Who wasn't axed. The fourth serial in season 28.
Okay. Oh yes, it was Richard Griffiths' fourth story.
Yes. You know, Richard Griffiths' era would have been like the John Pertwee era, in the fact that it was 5 years long, and it just there was hardly a bad story. It was consistently good. The
there might
Hostage,
be ones we're
however,
not-
was probably crap.
The what? Sorry.
The Hostage.
Oh.
It would have probably been crap because it actually exists as a Virgin New Adventure called The Pit. And funnily enough, it rhymes with the quality it is.
The Pit.
The Pit. Shit.
Oh dear.
But yeah. I'm gonna turn my screen share back on because it turned off when my laptop did the die.
Okay.
Here we go, this beautiful website. I could kiss it to death.
By the sound of it, so could I, as soon as I start getting enough money to do so.
Right, so
Four things I really want to get from Big Finish as soon as I get enough is the entire War Doctor series, so I can listen to John Hurt
I want
and get
that
more
too.
adventures. It's 90 for a bundle and 105 total individually.
I think it's 90
Individually,
for a
but put
bundle.
together.
I think it's 80 for a bundle.
Is it? Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the Torchwood one. Aliens
Yeah,
Amongst Us,
you probably are thinking about the torch.
which I would like to get that one as well, but I also want to get series 1 to 4 as well.
Oh,
So.
I'm so happy.
Of course he is. It's Colin.
Colin, he's got the best smile out of all of the doctors.
No? You're probably
Jodie
right.
has the second best smile.
David's got a very good one.
Not.
Chris' smile's very good. I like both Peters, particularly Capaldi. Their smiles. I think Smith is the weakest of the
Paul
smiling
McGann has a
useless
great
doctors.
smile. It's a great smile in real life as well, you know.
Okay. Oh, your pictures, yeah, they look good.
I met him. Yeah.
I think the classic Doctors, Patrick Troughton has the weakest smile.
No,
And
I
the
think
new...
he's got a very strong smile.
Really? Oh, no,
Yeah.
actually, right, maybe it's John Pertwee then.
Actually, they all have
Who do
great
you think?
smiles.
Hmm,
David
do you
Tennant's
know-
smile makes me want to punch him in the face.
Who?
David Tennant's.
Oh.
In real life, no, he's got a good smile. In the show, it makes me want to punch him in the face so hard that you cannot distinguish him from a bloodied corpse, because he will be a bloodied corpse.
You will be regenerating into Matt Smith sooner than you expect then.
He'll probably regenerate to David Tennant again.
Okay, that's fair. Well, if it's a pre-Journey's End one, yes.
To be honest, it's all of David Tennant, but I don't think he ever really smiled that much during post Journey's End.
No, he was a bit more mopey.
And his smiles post Journey's End weren't that bad. It was just like that stereotypical image from Doomsday of him like gurning. It's like, oh yes, oh, look at the Daleks. Oh yes, oh it's the Daleks. I'm not scared of you. It's not like you killed all my people. Yes, or it's not like you subjugated the whole universe until it became your bitch. Oh no, I'm the Doctor. Oh, hello, Z. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Did you say Doomsday?
Yes, Doomsday.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about Matt Smith getting angry with the Dalek in Victory of the Daleks, and then basically being a bit disgusted by them in Asylum?
It works. Makes sense.
So you think Matt Smith has better reactions to the 11th Doctor's better reactions to the Daleks than David Tennant,
Yes.
the 10th Doctor?
Yes.
And then I don't think the 12th Doctor has as good reactions to them as well. I think he's got the weakest, to be honest, of
Yeah, he
the
just
new
looked
series
at
ones to
them.
Daleks.
Basically, he interacts with them the way he interacts with anyone. Series 8, she just looks angry. Series 9, just wants to be playing his guitar. Just let him be. It's better than Lister from Red Dwarf.
Series 10, he's pretty much sorted himself out,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
more or less. This is why Series 10 is the best New 2 series since Series 1, apart from Series 1 itself,
Mm-hmm. Series
in my
1 was
opinion.
massive.
Series 5 was brilliant, though.
Series 1 was just so good.
So good. Series 11 needs to be like that. We need Series 11 to be amazing.
If it becomes my favorite season, which basically, in order to do that, as a whole, it needs to get an average of more than 9 out of 10. The average needs to be more than 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
To be my favorite season of Doctor Who of all time.
Okay.
Because my favorite season is season 26. It's an average score of 9 out of 10.
That's a good one.
Yes. Average score of 9 out of 10. You need to beat that, Chibnall. But knowing your previous work, your stories might drag it down a bit.
Yes. I think you could say that. I mean, if you look at Series 1, some of the weakest ones were from Russell T Davies, besides Rose in the finale.
True.
I mean, if look at the ones by the other writers, you got Unquite Dead by Mark Gatiss.
That's
You
really
got
strong.
Dalek by Robert Sherman, Your God.
You've got the God.
We've got Fathers. Sorry?
You've got the God, Robert Sherman.
Yeah.
So
for
mad
one.
to realise that he actually wrote something for it. Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, just the one.
just the one, but still.
You got Father's Day by Paul Cornell.
Yes.
And The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances by Stephen Moffat.
Yes.
How many is that? That's 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest are by Russell T Davies.
Mm-hmm.
He writes about 7 of them. Hang on, that can't be right. Rose, Aliens in London, World War 3, Long Game, Boomtown, Bad Wolf, Pathways. No, that's 7. I'm Quite Dead.
So it's
I'm trying to get to 13. I'm Quite Dead, Dalek, Father's Day, Enter Child, Doctor Dances. That's 5. I'm missing one. No, I forgot The End of the World. Oh no, that's the Russell one. He's written about 8 stories.
Yeah.
8 episodes. Where Rose, End of the World, Aliens in London, World War 3, Long Game.
No,
Boomtown,
I like,
Bad Wolf,
the
Pathways.
5
Yeah, he
writers.
wrote 8.
5 writers
That's
who
most-
wrote Series 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
respect Stephen Moffat now, but at that point, they would. I think
Yeah.
those are the 5 best writers you could have picked to revive the show.
Russell T Davies, Mark Gatiss, Robert Sherman, Paul Cornell, and Stephen Moffat.
Yes, they are all extremely talented. I cannot name one writer out of all of those who hasn't written an amazing story
At some point.
in their career.
I mean, Series 1, Russell T Davies, I would say, for that series, Bad Wolf Parting the Ways is, for me,
My
his best
favorite
story
Russell
ever.
T Davies story is Damaged Goods.
Okay.
Although
Uh,
a close second and third are Midnight and Turn Left.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
Russell, why didn't you do this sooner?
For TV, which one would you say is your favourite?
Oh,
Let's
don't
just stick-
make me choose.
Shall we say those are joint?
For now.
Okay. For Rob Sheeman, I'm just doing TV, by the way. Rob Sheeman, it's Dalek.
So Dalek.
You've only got one choice, but to be honest, if you did come and do another one, it'd be stiff competition. Paul Cornell has stiff competition. You've got Far and Human Family Blood, which when I actually watch it, I'm not really the biggest fan of. But when I think about it,
Family of Blood. It's probably
Yeah,
my favorite
like it.
Tennant story.
Family of Blood is really good. I think that one's really good. I think it's more human nature that lets it down for me, personally.
The thing
I'm
is,
gonna
with
go
Human
with-
Nature, it probably would have been better as the book. Not because, it really needs to be non-visual. No, it just really needs to be the 7th Doctor.
Okay.
Because it would have worked so much more effectively, you know?
Maybe.
I mean,
Might
you
be
can read it
marvellous.
for free online, so...
I'm going to say Father's Day for me personally is slightly better for a Paul.
What if
as Paul
Doctor Who
Cornell's
wasn't
story.
next version of Long Barrow would probably be cut down a lot from the actual book, given its length. Yeah, apparently Long Barrow is structured as a 6-parter, as a book.
Wow.
The What if Doctor Who wasn't next version would have been a 4-parter. But seeing as how...
Would it have been a 6-parter if it had come to telly?
No,
No,
It wouldn't
would
have.
been a 4.
because it was replaced by Ghostlight.
Just like, yeah, but when it was originally planned,
I would
Would it have
think
been
it would
4?
have to be 4.
yeah.
Because Battlefield, I have a theory that Battlefield was originally going to be a 3-parter and Ghostlight was originally going to be a 4-parter, but then it switched for some reason because they wanted more Nick Courtney, I guess.
Probably. Well, you can't have too much Nick Courtney.
You can have one episode too much. Only one episode
Which
too
one?
much.
And that one is
One of the episodes from Battlefield, like probably episode 2.
okay. To be honest, I don't think he appears that much in the first one.
Yeah. Like, he spends most of his time in the first half of Battlefield in a bloody helicopter. And to be honest,
Anyway,
he wasn't
where was I?
exactly needed in the story.
Mm.
In
Anyway,
fact,
what was I?
I
Series
can't
1
even
writers.
remember what he did other than destroy the destroyer and to be in that bloody helicopter. That's all I remember him doing.
Yeah. I was finishing up the Series 1 writers. Stephen Moffat. My favourite is Blink from him overall. For if I was to do just his era, probably Heaven Sent as a standalone episode,
Mm-hmm.
and World Enough and Time Doctor Falls as a story.
Mm-hmm.
On my Series 9 ranking, I have put Heaven Sent on its own at number 1.
I
And
would
Hellbent
do that
Lost.
too.
Yeah.
Even if
well,
it were a 2-parter, if I
It feels
struggle that much on ranking them, I would
It'd have to go in the middle.
So that's why I ranked
Yeah.
Utopia separate from Sound of Drums and Last of the Time Lords.
I think
Because it's easier to do that. I count them all as the same story, but like, you know.
I think I'd put that as a free pass. But if it was to be separate, Utopia would be number 2 of my Series 3 one. But I think I've got it as a free part at the moment. I've got the Girl Who Died 2 part, and they're separate, as are the Monk Trilogy for my Series 9 and 10 rankings. Monk Trilogy, I already did that for my overall ranking anyway, for my video one. But that was each episode in a certain slot, whilst this one is overall story, which means it's only 13 slots instead of 14, including the Christmas specials. And the Doctor Falls and World Enough in Time are slotted at number 1 because it's the same story. But if they were individual episodes slotted 14 slots, Doctor Falls is second. So really, it's not really much far away, as opposed to, say, Bad Wolf. I don't think I would have put second on my Series 1 ranking as an individual episode. I think that would still be Dalek. Maybe it would have been 3rd or 4th, but as a 2-part with Parting of the Ways, which would still be number 1, it pretty much is number 1 as an overall story. But if it was individual episodes, Parting of the Ways would be number 1, Bad Wolf would be 3 or 4 or 5, Dalek would still be 2.
All right.
Now, to be honest, the 60s and 2005 had some of the best Dalek stories. If I look at my rankings, okay, the Daleks I have 5th on season 1. Season 2, I think Dalek Invasion of Earth is 4th out of 8, and sorry. Season 3 is 10. Mission is I forgot the Chase. That's 1st on season 2.
How could you forget your favourite from season 2?
Season 3 out of 10. Mission to the Unknown is 7th. I think it's 7th. It's better than 2 of the 3 surviving stories, completely surviving, and I think you know which 2. I'll give you a clue. Not War Machines. I think that's
so basically, it's the musical and the rubbish one, right?
Yes, and you can guess which one's the last. You can guess which one's last.
The Ark.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate that one with a burning passion. Like, with more of a burning passion than the Ice Warriors.
Yeah.
Because the Ice Warriors, I just don't like it.
That's my least favourite of season 5.
Good.
That's last.
Good. It's not good. It's not a good story.
What's my 8th? I think Massacre might have been 8th on my list. It might be 7th and Mission's 8th. I'll say Mission's 7th or 8th. I'll say Mission is 7th or 8th. And Master Plan, as I told you yesterday, is number 1. And I'm sure you guys have seen Matt's DVD collection video from last month. He said that my favourite story from William Hartnell era was Keys and Marinus.
Well, that was when that was.
That was before I saw Master Plan in its entirety.
Now.
And then I watched Master Plan. And now it's Dalek's Master Plan. That's my favourite William Hartnell and one of my favourite 60s.
It is really good so far.
It's got a few structuring problems, and parts 3, 4, and 5, in my opinion, let it down. I know some people aren't so keen. Stuart Hardy's not keen on 5 and 10. It's 2 of the surviving ones.
I'm not very keen on 7.
Yes. Let's agree number 7 is the weakest episode of the story, if we're not including Mission to the Unknown. In fact, that might even be weaker than Mission to the Unknown if we include it.
It might be weaker than the Ark. At least I could watch the Ark.
Well, to be honest, like with the Space Pirates, the Ark gets better in the second half.
Yeah, because
to be honest, yes. Actually, that's the point.
The story does get more interesting, but still,
I have to quickly mention about the Space Pirates ending. It's not that good. It's not very good. It's not good.
Happens?
So basically the Doctor's fiddling with some controls, and then they save the day. They go their separate ways, and Jamie and Zoe have to get a lift back to wherever the TARDIS was. Bit like in Cold War, where they have to get a lift back, and we don't see that. Except with Cold War, you only have to suffer 45 minutes if you don't like that story. Space Pirates, you have to sit through 2.5 hours, or at least the reconstructions minus the surviving episode 2. And if you did have all 6 surviving episodes, you would have to sit through 2.5 hours of mostly dull stuff, particularly in the first and third episodes.
Yeah, if you have all like 5 missing episodes of the Space Pirates and haven't returned
Yeah.
it, you probably have a reason for not returning it, and that's because you don't want someone to suffer. You've probably destroyed them at this point. Let's
Probably.
face it.
Well, we wouldn't want them destroyed because we want all the surviving episodes back, even the shit ones.
Do we though?
Yeah.
Do we really want the shit ones back? I would
Maybe
happily
not
get rid of.
specific-
I would happily like track down every copy of the Ark and destroy it. I would do that if
Well,
if,
if
if I could retrieve 4 episodes of Master Plan. I would do it. Or
Yeah.
do
Well,
it for 4 episodes of Master.
Can we make that 5?
Huh?
Hang on. That would make it 7 episodes in the office. Can we make it 5 and make it 8 in total? At least we have at least 7 and 8 will have a majority.
Well, what episode
Even
do you want
Thesis
to remove
Steven.
from existence? Which episode?
Which
Space
episodes?
Pirates episode 2.
Space
Space
let's do
Pirates
that
episode
one.
2. We purge it to get another episode of Master Plan.
Yes, let's have episode 12. That's the best one.
Oh yeah.
It
Episode
ends.
12.
It's the end of the story.
We want to see someone age to death.
Yeah, I think that's the first episode of Doctor Who I would give a 12 rating to be honest.
Mm.
The next is because of extras, but the actual story in a podcast from BBFC, all the ladies said that all the classic episodes from 63 to 89, all of the survival ones would be rated U or PG, and some of them have got 12 DVDs due to extras. The first 12 rated story. Well, for me personally, I think there's some missing 1960 stories that will probably get to 12 rating. The first would be Master Plan episode 12. Second would be
I believe that my
Mass-
Master Plan is quite missing because it was too violent for Australia. So Australia couldn't
although
save
the
it.
rest, I think most of the rest of them are PG. 1 or 2, like Feast of Stephen, would be okay at U, but the last one I think would be a 12.
And let me
Or a
guess,
very-
the Massacre.
Or a very high PG. Massacre Part 4 would be a 12, just for what happens in the middle,
Dodo.
which is what the. No, that's a bit afterwards.
Yeah, I know.
The rest of the story would be a PG, but the 4th episode I think would be more of a 12 than Master Plan Part 12. Sorry, Part 4 of Massacre would be more of a 12 rated story than Master Plan 12 would be. And then I think 1 or 2 episodes from Fury of the Deep might get a 12 if it gets a bit scary for viewers. Because although foam and seaweed does sound like a daft idea, it is also a pretty real threat, and it also sounds like it's not really aliens. They don't actually explain what it is, but it's seaweed, foam, and possessed people, which somehow be able to poison people and knock them out. I don't think it actually was ever explained what it was, but let's just say, for the purposes of seaweed and foam being pretty scary to younger viewers, perhaps, I would say at least 2 of the episodes are rated 12. Not that bit with the man and the men in their voices, the mouths and the woman getting choked. Not to death, by the way. She survives. I think that's a PG rated scene because I think that's on the Lost in Time box set. And that's a PG. So I think that one's not 12 rated moment. But I think a little bit later on there might be 1 or 2 12 rated episodes.
I've got some trivia
So I
about
think-
Fury from the Deep.
Okay, we'll get onto that in a second. So I think at least 2 of those episodes, I'm not sure which ones, maybe. I think it's certainly in the second half. I think maybe number 6 might be number 5, maybe 4. Not 1, maybe not 2, unless you're really worried about that scene, or scenes like it. Not really. Maybe 3. I'm not sure. Certainly at least 1 or 2 of them. I'm not completely certain, but you'll definitely have at least 2 of them. And then big gap between one of those 2 and the TV movie, where it's pretty much 12 rated 3, apart from some extras on Invisible Enemy and Logopolis. And are those the only 2? Oh, and Underworld. those ones are PG or U rated stories with 12 rated extras, same as the Daleks. And then the next 12 rated story is the movie. And then you'll get some in new series, especially series 10. Pretty much nearly every episode from series 10 is a 12. Every episode on disc 3 of the box set is rated 12. Even Twice Upon a Time is due to extras. But 12th Doctor has had a lot of 12 rated stories for some reason. I also want to point out that I think In the Forest of the Night should be rated U, not PG, even with the stuff. Okay, what was your fact?
Right, so did you know it was based on a radio drama written by the same writer?
Oh, okay.
It was called The Slide. It also starred Roger Delgado.
Oh. Did they say what the cause of whatever was going on about? If it was, let's say, an
I
oil
don't know,
rig.
I've not listened to it.
Oh, you don't know? You just know that it exists.
Yeah. So yeah. Someone has just said that they've
Close my blinded window.
written the full scripts for Earth Aid, as in the What If Doctor Who Wasn't X version of Earth Aid, and sent them to Ben. So that would be
fun.
Yeah. Guessing you're closing your blinds.
Ask the audience if they've seen any reconstructions of any kind, minus the BBC ones, for any missing episode from 1964.
I think they can hear you.
1969. Okay, guys, write in the comments if you've seen a reconstruction of a story that was not produced by the BBC. Animation counts, providing it's not one of the BBC ones or one of the hired companies. Example, Cosgrove Hall for Invasion. So, for example, I have seen quite a few ones. I think all of them were loose cannons, apart from the Highlanders. I think, and maybe the Crusade.
Right.
Maybe. Definitely not the Highlanders. I couldn't find one for those, so I went to who was it? It was someone else. Definitely someone else. Hang on, if I go to Dailymotion, I have done subscribe. Well, Matt's been watching Dalek Master Plan somehow. Well, the missing ones somehow. I mean, the surviving ones you've got on DVD.
Well, I was just using Dailymotion, Nick.
Oh.
Right, so
yeah,
I've invited John back.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know what's annoying? I have to wake up at like 5 in the morning on Monday.
Oh. I think I had to get up at 2:30 when I had to go to Berlin. Okay.
So, Nick.
Hang on, I'm just looking up the Highlanders reconstruction.
Can I ask you
who recons? Huh?
Can I ask you about
you could ask.
Big Finish?
Hang on. Joint Venture, that's it. Joint Venture was the Highlanders one I watched. Okay. What question? Sorry?
Right, so...
Was this the one you said you wanted to ask?
You know how Big Finish have a new policy when producing CDs now, from now on?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I know I'm gonna do this, but are you gonna get newer releases when they
I might
come?
try to.
Because I know I will. If I'm even remotely interested in what's gonna be made, like good example of this is. Are you still there? I cannot hear you, Nick. Nick? Nick, did you turn off your mic? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, just... Okay, Jean, you're gonna work on videos. See an animated version of the Celestial Toymaker. Unfortunately, you could still make out that one part in episode 2 or 3. I think you probably know what I mean. Let me guess. The racist slur. That is probs what you noticed. I'm gonna try and get Nick back in. I'm gonna eject you, Nick, because it says it's still you're still in for me. So I've ejected you, and now I'm gonna send you the link. I'm guessing. Something like that. And right, so right, if Nick doesn't join in like,
But
oh, yep, you joined.
I'm on.
You're on.
Okay. I don't know what happened there.
Right.
And I think I was talking about whether the War Doctor ones were recent.
They were relatively recent. They
Yeah,
started in like second half of
It's
2015,
yeah, it
and then
said
ended in
2015.
the first half of 2017.
Yeah, 2015 to 17. So would they count as maybe not new but recent?
I would count them as recent, but I wouldn't count them as like, oh my gosh, they're gonna go out of print within the next 12 months, unless if they announce it, which I don't think they will for those.
Well, I was interested in the new Colin Baker ones, particularly the second and third ones. The second one because it's a historical about the Thames Tunnel.
Okay, I'm right. I'm
Excuse
guessing.
me, the Thames Tunnel. You know, the Brunel one, the
Right.
two Brunels, I should say. That's interesting. It was a foot tunnel originally, and then later on it became a train tunnel.
Right.
So it was the East London line. Now it's the East London line of the London Overground. So it was a tube line, and now it's an overground line.
And then
And okay, so and then the third one has Cybermen in it,
yeah, our
and David
lovely
Banks is
Cybermen.
voicing them. And
Excellent.
David Banks is voicing them.
Excellent.
Yes. So those are two I would probably try to get. I'll get the Norma. I'd try to get the Norma one as well to complete the trilogy.
It's Nomad.
If it
not
serves as a trilogy,
Normad.
but
It's Nomad.
there's a character called Normad who appears in, I think certainly in some comics. I think some earlier comics or books. The names are very
Normad?
similar.
No, they're
Normad
you
and
might be
Nomad.
confusing that with Nimrod.
Oh no, you're right. I am.
Yeah, Nomad and
There you
Nimrod
go.
are nomad is an actual word
Hmm.
in the English
Okay.
language. Nimrod is a name. Okay?
Okay. Well, is it Nomad for the
Nomad.
six dot Nomads? The Nomad. I
The
might get that one.
lure of the nomad.
But out of the 3 Colin Baker stories from this year of the monthly range, the Colin Baker monthly range stories from this year, that sounds like the weakest one.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the only it's also the only one of the 3 out. To be honest, I can't guess yet. So, unless it becomes free.
Mm-hmm. Thing is, I'm
Which is
actually
not gonna
interested in these like Bernie Summerfield box sets. I'm slightly interested, at least. I mean, for one of them, Big Finish are practically asking me to empty my wallet for this reason.
Okay. Yeah. Lure of the Nomads. Yeah, I think out of the ones I'd from the descriptions of the 3 Colin Baker ones, it was the one that sounded the least interesting of the story wise. But that's not saying it probably is it's going to be at least interesting, a very bad story. Yeah, it could be a very good story. It might actually be the best of the 3. It's just that at the moment it just sounds like the one least interested in. Besides the fact we get a new companion, unless he's been in it before.
Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Thing. Yeah. Look at my screen share.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Stephen writing a Bernie story.
Well, I think these are short stories that have already existed.
Okay. So you do get one by Rob Shimon. And a Terrence Dick and an Andrew Cartmel.
Yeah, like you get your.
Oh, he's narrating as well.
Aronovich. Yeah.
Paul
Get your
Cornell,
Ben Aronovich,
Keith
you get
Oman.
your God, you get the person you've got to thank for all this. You've got your Kate Orman, Ben
enough
Aronovich
of that,
again. You
You've got
got
Stevie Moffat,
the Devil. You've got Cartmel.
the
You got
narrator.
the Terrence. You got Terry D.
Not Nicholas Briggs though. But then again,
No,
these
because
are these
I don't
are
think.
these existing ones?
Yeah.
Okay, that explains it.
That's why Kate Orman's doing one. That's why Terrence Dix is.
That's why Stephen Moffat's doing one.
Hmm.
And yeah, Andrew Cartmel narrating. That sounds good.
I like his voice, so.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to look up what's the 7th Doctor trilogy. How many releases per Doctor is there per year in the monthly range?
It varies. Usually
I think
4
hang
or
on.
5, depending. It depends.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sylvester McCoy's got about 5.
Yeah, he's got about 5 in a row this year.
Yeah. How many
Which is
did Davidson
odd.
have? I thought he only had 3.
Well, yeah, there's a trilogy. And then he's got one with Klein. But he's got one with
When was that one?
with like
May.
Ace Hex and Iris Wildtime.
April, March. He's had 4 this year.
Yeah, 5th Doctor's had 4. 3rd Doctor, not 3rd Doctor, 6th Doctor.
3 this year.
Well,
and 7th Doctor. One out now.
Know who's going to be in the 2nd December release? Because there's
there's
going to
2
be
in December.
releases this year. There's, oddly enough, the monthly range there's 13 months every year. 13 months every year? No, 13 releases every year.
Okay.
In the monthly range.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. There's going to be number 246 will be another store. Will be something. Basically, you've got Sylvester McCoy from August to December.
Yeah.
Then you get the extra December release, and then
that'll probably be a Colin one, to be honest.
Possibly. Well, if they want to make.
Oh my gosh, Colin for Christmas. Perfect time to bring back Frobisher.
Yes.
Do it, yes. Big Finish. Actually do it.
Actually,
I will pay double for that.
Colin, there wasn't 2 December releases last year.
No, but there was 2 September ones.
Oh, what's that?
The double release is usually in September.
Oh. Well, you got a Peter Davison and a Sylvester, and the end of the Sylvester McCoy 3.
Yeah.
4. No. Yeah, 4. Maybe 5. No, 4. And then you've got Colin for Christmas.
I might get.
I know you've got Colin. You got 2017. It's Colin October, November, December. You've got Sylvester from June to September with another Peter Davison in September.
Yeah.
You got another Colin Baker in May.
Trilogy in Big Finish's catalogue.
I'm just looking at last year's one monthlies. You got a Colin Baker in May.
Yeah.
You got Peter Davison. Peter Davison starts the year off in January through to April.
Oh yeah, there was a trilogy from April to June where basically there was 2 stories per release.
Oh yeah, I see. 2 Collins, 1 Peter. Release of 2 stories. Are they both hour longs? If 4-parters are 2 hourly.
Well, it's made 2 2-parters per release.
Yeah, that's what I meant. 2 2-parters rounding up to be an hour each. 2 overall, similar to a 4-parter.
Yeah.
Out of interest, is Davros, the Colin Baker one, is the 2 parts episodes now, are they 45 minutes or are they an hour each?
I believe they're an hour each.
So they're an hour each. So it is 2 hours as opposed to 90 minutes. Like if it was an actual
2 hours
season,
like
22
usual.
episodes.
And yes, they're edited together like
but they're
22 episode.
A season 22 story.
Yeah.
Or 2 of the, say, Paul McGann ones.
No, not 2 of the Paul McGann ones. The only Paul McGann one that was done like that was Neverland.
That's 6.
Neverland was a 2-parter in the same vein that Davros was. The Next Life was a 6-part.
Is that 6 24? 6 half-hour episodes?
Yep. That's Next Life.
And Neverland was 2 hour-long episodes.
2 hour longs.
2 hour longs. And of course, The Grace was 3 hour and 20s.
No, not Remembrance of the Daleks. Resurrection of the Daleks.
Yeah.
Our Word of the Daleks.
Yeah. So.
I'm wanting Bernie Summerfield the story so far. The
2017 Peter Davison one ended on a Dalek story. Well,
no.
One of them was a Dalek
story. That trilogy actually started on Dalek story.
Yeah, I meant Peter Davison. His first 4 of last year ended on a Dalek one, and then he came back to do the Gallifrey one.
Yeah.
So,
Time in office.
To be honest, if they did bring back Colin at the end of this year, it would seem a bit repetitive to last year. But then again, he didn't do the double month. It wasn't one of the double monthly ones, but he did do Christmas.
The thing is, the year prior, 2016.
2016. Okay, I didn't look that far.
Last 3.
Okay,
it was a similar structure to. It was a similar structure to last year's.
Mm-hmm.
Where you had 3 Peters, you had the trilogy incorporating all 3 Doctors.
Yeah, so that wasn't the.
That was the Masters trilogy.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. It was. I was wondering if it was.
You got Sylv doing. The Ace and Mel trilogy, the second Ace and Mel trilogy. No, not the second one. The first one in 2016. Sorry. Getting myself mixed up.
A Life of Crime?
Yes.
That's with McCoy.
A Life of Crime.
And then you got 2 more.
Was the Memory Bank and Other Stories, I think?
Yeah.
Then the 3 Collins.
Yeah, and 2 of them were released in December.
Oh yes, okay.
Okay. So you've got 3 Collins in November to December, including the double.
It might alternate between September and December.
Yeah. Memory Bank and Other Stories is October. The Ace and Mel trilogy 7th Doctor ones are July to July to August. Yeah, July to September. Master Trilogy is April to June. So Ollie could do his review by the end of August.
Mm.
And then you've got another 3 Fifth Doctor stories from January to March. And also McCoy rounded off the previous year.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I actually have that.
was the Plans of the Rani. Was that the second Rani story?
I think.
Did she have a
so.
trilogy, or she just one of them in a trilogy?
She was just a villain in a trilogy.
I found it. The
In
Rani
a
Elite.
installment of a trilogy.
Okay, the Rani Elite. It came out nearly a year before. Rani Elite came out in December 2014, and Planet of the Rani in October 2015. Are those her only 2 stories?
I think those stories might be on special offer this weekend, and for the rest of this week until Thursday. I probably won't be getting them, though.
Yeah, same. Because I don't have the money.
You don't have the money.
Well, I do, but I haven't activated the account, and I actually want to start earning before I spend anything. But yeah, Planet of the Rani and Rani Elite the only 2 Rani stories in Big Finish,
Yes.
at least with the new one.
Yes, they are the only 2 ones.
I heard a clip from a Rani Elite. The new one, what was the name? Siobhan.
Yeah, Siobhan Redmond.
Yeah, it's taking me to click this. Siobhan Redmond, they need to make a 3rd one with her. In fact, they just need to make another Rani story. And what am I saying? Yes,
I've
obviously.
got a great idea for a box.
Where was I?
Right?
Can I finish? Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm getting myself a bit muddled. From the clip I heard of her, she was great. Really, really great. Sadly, the clip stops just as she's saying that she is the Rani. Just cuts off short.
Yeah.
Some of these Big Finish clips on YouTube do that. They will have the title will say a little bit of the clip, and it's a bit longer. Like that Cold Fusion one I sent you earlier. It's just a quick mention of the Dave the Doctor stuff.
Yeah.
But it's an entire 2.5 minute clip. And there's another one where the 7th Doctor finds out about Torchwood, and it's extended a little bit before, so we can understand that this guy's working for someone, and then he reveals he's working for Torchwood. The Doctor says he's never heard of them, and then it just ends.
Yeah.
That's about an hour and 20.
That was a great moment when it was just like, who do you work for?
Torchwood.
Never heard of him. Like, seriously,
the clip stops.
Sorry, I am a Damaged Goods fan. I'm sorry. I just get really excited when Damaged Goods gets brought up in conversation. It's just, I love it, you know?
Yeah, so from the clip of the runner I heard of, as I mentioned, Siobhan was brilliant. So hopefully they'll have another. If I get the 2 Rani stories, I'll be happy. You know what? I'm going to put them on a wish list in my head. The 2 Rani stories that they've done with the new Rani, amongst others, on a wish list in the head.
So,
along with the two upcoming Colin Baker ones that I'll probably get after they come out.
So, want to hear my idea for a Big Finish box set now?
Yeah.
Basically, right. It's a box set of 4. Each story features a different Renegade Time Lord.
Okay.
Possibly a different Doctor each time as well. I don't know. So, like, one features the Master, one features the Rani, one features the Monk, and one features the 11.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I just think that would be a cool idea for a box set.
Okay.
Please be the Alex McQueen Master, because he's not been in he's not been in anything since Vampire of the Mind.
Isn't he going to be in the River Song one?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. It's not any of the Big Finish Masters. It's all TV ones.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, it's Jeffrey Beavers.
Yeah.
And this is from the top of my head. Eric Roberts.
Yeah.
Derek Jacobi.
Yeah.
And Michelle Gomez.
Yeah. They've all been on TV.
2 of them are new into are new to this box set. One of them hasn't been around for Big Finish long. They've been around for a short while, but not a big one. And one of them has been around for
since 2001.
I think Jeffrey Beavers has been around the longest for Big Finish.
In terms of the Master, yeah, definitely. Like he was the only actor to play the Master in Big Finish
until they brought in Alex
McQueen like 10 years later.
Yeah, apart from the was there an Unbound Master?
Oh yes, there was. Actually, in the David Warner ones, the Master was played by Mark Gatiss.
Okay, but besides him, it's just been Alex McQueen since Jeffrey Beavers, and then it was a big gap to him, and now we've had about 6 Masters in total, including the upcoming 2, because we got the then we got Derek Jacobi,
and we got James Dreyfus.
Sorry,
we got James Dreyfus in the first Doctor Adventures.
I keep forgetting his name, but I know that he's a actor for the first Doctor ones. But yeah, you've got him. Then I think they got Jacobi just before him. And now you've got Eric Roberts and then Michelle Gomez. Just wondering which of the 2 will actually be coming first. I think it'll be Roberts, then Gomez, if they're going in order of Master.
Think Gomez might be first, actually.
Okay. I'm gonna. Where is it under special releases?
No.
Hang on. If I find River Song, here we go.
Or the new series.
I've got it.
So the Bechdel test. That's the sole reason why I think Michelle Gomez is first.
Okay. Then your Animal Instinct.
You know what the Bechdel test actually is?
Yeah.
2 women have to not talk about a man.
For 5 minutes.
2 women both have an obsession over a man. They cannot talk about said man.
For 5 minutes.
5 minutes, essentially. Yeah. Animal Instinct. Who's the most animalist?
I would have said Jeffrey Beavers. No, actually, no. I think about it might be Eric Roberts.
Lifeboat and Death Boat. I think probably.
That could
actually
be Beavers.
This makes me think this might be in this order.
Okay.
Animal Instinct can be Beavers.
Could be.
Concealed Weapon could be Jacobi or Beavers, but
I think that's Jacobi.
Yeah.
I think if we go by what I think Bechdel would be Michelle Gomez, going by what you said. Animal Instinct. I thought that would be Beavers, but then I remembered the Master goes a bit like an animal towards the end.
Yeah, but then I've noticed that Jeffrey Beavers' name is second, and that's the second story.
But they're in order of Master, just like on the box set. Also, Lifeboat and Death Boat, that could easily reminiscent of the Master clinging on to life before he steals a new body, a la Keeper of Draken. So that could be Jeffrey Beavers. And then you could have Roberts in Animal Instincts. Conceal Weapon does sound like a bit like a Derek Jacobi story.
They can get series 4 and 5 in a bundle.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I might.
You get some Tom Baker with your Derek Jacobi.
Tom Baker. Good night, Mother. Thank you, Mother. I don't. This is only temporary, Mother. Right, so yeah, I might get anything remotely. I remotely might have an interest in terms of Big Finish. So let's say, okay, I don't want to be on single releases. I want to be on box sets. I'll probably get the Burning Summerfield Story So Far, Volume 1 and 2.
Okay.
Did you know that Bernie Summerfield's middle name is Surprise?
Really?
Yeah, Bernie's Surprise Summerfield.
Oh, I suppose she could bring a few every now and again.
Yeah.
A few surprises. Not
this sounds like a proper 20th anniversary special, you know? Like
For Ben.
bringing together every part of Bernie Summerfield's time in Big Finish. It could offer some closure.
Does this include her time as a companion to the Doctor?
I don't think so.
Okay, so just her spin-off.
Yes, all her spinning off. Well,
I'm looking at
you might
Lady
say that
Christina.
she kind of might be. Ooh, what? Ooh, this
What does it say?
interests me. Michael
Michael
Jason
Jason
as the
as the Doctor.
Doctor.
It might be a twist as
I
he's
want
reveal.
I want that. I want
It might.
that. Why does it have
It's
to be so long?
either. It's September. It's not far
I mean,
off.
technically,
Okay,
he's
I
going to
think
play
it's.
the Doctor.
Hmm.
Technically,
I think he either will be. He's going to be an alternative version, or the Valiard's going to be trying to trick her.
I mean, he is the Doctor, though. Valiard is. The
Well,
Doctor.
yeah, but he's the Valiard Doctor.
No, he's.
Can we
the
count it as an
12th
actual incarnation? Can we count him as an actual incarnation instead of
I have
the
no bloody
second
idea
day
how
lieutenant?
it works. I think,
I would.
personally, I
Yeah,
believe
just-
he potentially may be Matt Smith's Doctor, but a different
possibly,
route.
but dark side.
I mean, let's face it, he doesn't look too dissimilar to Matt Smith.
Coincidence?
He doesn't sound too dissimilar to Matt Smith. Okay, a bit, but still. I feel like the Valiard is an alternate version of that Doctor. And it's not too hard to believe, knowing the context now. Like,
Yeah.
I believe the Valiard truly could have started in the waters of Mars. Think about it.
Yeah.
That,
Yes.
and then just canon. Sorry.
Yeah, but I think maybe the 10th Doctor's character kind of stopped him from that. Maybe if the Doctor was
No,
the 10th Doctor
I
himself, if
feel
he
like
didn't.
he was. I feel like he was going down that route, and that makes the end. Look, let me have my moment of
Okay,
making
go.
the end of time slightly better.
Yeah.
By making Ten's dickishness actually part of the narrative that he is becoming the Valiard.
Well, to be honest, at the time, Russell T Davies did write him as the 10th Doctor, not the 12th Doctor.
I know,
That
but
was Stephen Moffat's doing.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm retroactively making it better, okay?
Shoot.
Sorry, who's in volume 1?
Okay, maybe I should say my theory first. Theory, I think if the Doctor hadn't saved Wilf, and then later he did die eventually, he could have become the Valiard, because him leaving Wilf to die
Most definitely.
would be well. First of all, none of the Doctors would ever do that to anybody, unless it's a villain who deserves it.
Unless he was, or the Doctor was just being a prat, which he was.
Yeah. Well, he had his little tantrum, but he did do it. He became the hero we all know.
Yeah,
But I'm saying
he was having a tantrum. The Doctor would not usually have a tantrum unless if he was acting specifically prattish.
Yeah, but he still saved Wilf. I'm saying if he didn't, and then he eventually did die, and then he would not regenerate into Matt Smith.
It's like saying if Hitler saved your life, like he said, or if Hitler saved like a group of people's lives. Yeah, he saved a group of people's lives, but he's still an arsehole.
Yeah,
he killed a lot of people. He's an arsehole.
But the 10th Doctor's not an evil dictator.
True, but he's still an arsehole.
Okay, but I'm just saying, if he went down that dark route, he doesn't save Wilf. He acted even more prattish.
I think.
Let's say,
yeah,
even more. Then he could have become the Valiard. Saving Wilf made him turn into Matt Smith instead.
The Valiard, if that's that case.
Sorry?
I think he would have definitely become the Valiard if that was the case, but I don't think he cared. think
Yeah.
I think there was some semblance of good in him.
Yeah. And then when it comes to the Valiant coming close to the end of his life. Hang on. Yes? Okay. You want to do that now? Hang on.
Okay. Uh.
Got a visitor at the moment. Just going to get some more water. So
Okay.
can you get some water from downstairs? Cold. Okay. How long are you going to be? Okay. So we're looking at like 7 at the moment.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I've just got my dad looking at the boiler at the moment. He said
Right.
he'll be back. Now, you could explain were you talking about your end of time thing whilst we were interrupted?
Well, yeah. I think that yes, the Doctor would have definitely become the Valiant if he left Will, but I still think he was going along that path anyway. But when he met Amy, he just started to enjoy life again and then stopped looking into how to prolong his life. But when he lost Amy, he was probably
Okay.
going to start looking into it again.
Alright, night. Okay, hang on, I'm just going to shut the door. I'm going to be snacking on a piece of soya chocolate
All right.
in a second. Anyway, so yeah, I see your point, Dix. Although he went a bit more Scrooge than Valiant.
When the mystery of the impossible girl happened, he was intrigued again, and he was, I guess, content with life again.
I suppose you've made Clara a little bit better as well in some people's and in some people's eyes, Amy. By this, you
No,
have
I
fixed.
still hate Clara. Clara's
Yeah,
like
but
this. She had no
you've
character.
made you've made her a little bit
Objectively,
better
she's
by
bad.
making the Doctor a bit better.
The thing is, I already know that Clara and the Doctor's relationship was very close, but I don't like it, and I don't like Clara. I still don't like Clara. With
Was this her
Amy,
relationship in Series 7 or Series 8?
all of the relationship,
So the entire 3 seasons.
Clara's whole
Well, 2.5.
existence, from her birth to her death to her undeath
To her redeath.
to her redeath to her glass revival.
Yeah, well, that was just a cameo. It was
don't
just
care.
a memory.
She had dialogue. She was there was new footage. She was present. The Jenna Coleman's face was in the episode.
Yeah.
And I don't like it, okay?
Would you dislike Jenna Coleman if you ever saw her in anything else or in person?
No. I
Good, don't-
would just dislike all the people that are like, oh, you're so great in Doctor Who. The character you portrayed had so much character. If Clara has so much character, I don't know. I don't want to see how they'd react to Ace. I think they'd explode. So yeah.
Well, maybe not Dragonfire Ace, but anything after, especially
She
season
was all
26.
right in Dragonfire.
She was
It was the
basically. Well, you
natural
know how
start.
some.
It was the natural.
You know how
start
some
point.
people. Yeah, but you know how people call Rose a bitch.
Because they're justified.
Yeah. Well, I
Ace
think
is not a
Ace is.
bitch.
She is in that one, in Dragonfire.
He is whiny, but like you understand why. She's a teenager.
Yeah, but
Rose is a 20-year-old.
19. But
20
yeah,
in series 2.
okay, yeah.
But
still.
even then, Ace is 16.
Mm.
And she's had a rough childhood. What has Rose done, eh? What happened to Rose?
I would say her dad died, but I don't think that's an excuse.
That was
enough.
when she was like 1.
Yeah, well, less than even.
Yes. She won't remember.
Until Father's Day happened,
Yeah.
when she went back to see it, but yes. I don't know then. Maybe it was rough London life.
Did the like bad wolf entity like make her a bitch?
Probably. Made her
With
everything else.
Ace, she just hadn't grown up.
Mhm.
Basically, she hadn't had the chance to. And I feel like
I think
is the
once she
yeah.
started traveling with the Doctor, that's when as you said, she grew up. She started to grow up under the Seventh Doctor's guidance,
Especially
and that's when
26.
Yeah, and I think as soon as remembrance of the Daleks happens, she is completely different to Dragonfire, and she is 100% better, and then it just goes from there.
I
my
feel
opinion.
like the way Ace progresses throughout her life, going through the way I personally see her timeline.
Yeah, I think maybe it might have helped that I saw
in the new adventures when
Okay,
it's still TV Ace.
Yeah,
He is sleeping with a bunch of guys. You know, she's having some relationships, but the Doctor doesn't like that. And one time in Love and War, she snaps. She leaves the Doctor.
Mm.
Yeah,
I think didn't Dimmy saying reading some of Ace's scenes her like reading 50 Shades of Grey.
yeah.
So that
I don't think it would have been on Love and War.
Well, he was reading that book.
Was she?
Yeah, in the Five Who Fans one that she did
Love and
back in
War?
2013. I think, yeah, it was. I think it was that
it
book.
wasn't in the adaptation. I can say
Maybe she just had one of the books and just used it, and maybe it just
no. Well,
maybe she was speaking generally.
It was implied in the adaptation that they did a thing. So
Have a fling.
they did a thing.
Okay.
Not even have a fling. It's they did a thing, and they are close.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe Dimmy was just talking about the series generally. Maybe not that specific book.
Thing
not
is,
that specific story, but
when Ace comes back, she has military experience. And basically, it is also a natural progression. But then at some point in between the New Adventures and Big Finish, she sort of matures again. She softens, but she's an adult rather than a gruff military type. She's an adult. She can cope with situations.
Mhm.
That's the way I see it. It's basically circular evolution, except she's now on a different level.
When did she go to Gallifrey?
After I would assume after the Big Finish audios with the Seventh Doctor.
Okay.
I would say after all of them are done, which, as long as Nick Briggs runs Big Finish, will probably never happen. We'll never see a finishing point for Ace.
Okay. Because basically, in the Sarah Jane Adventures, they mentioned that she set up a charity called A Charitable Earth. So I was wondering if that was.
I like that.
I was wondering if that was set before she went to Gallifrey, or if it's going to be like, and the same with, or after she came back. Same with the upcoming class one.
The thing is, Gallifrey Time War is interesting, right?
Mhm.
The one she's in, the episode that focuses on her and Braxiatel. At the end,
Okay.
Braxiatel just sends her to Earth and mind wipes her completely. Doesn't remember the Doctor or nothing.
Well, in that
And
case,
she's on Earth. And I think that leads into the class audios. And I think even if she was mind wiped, Sarah Jane would probably still know about her. And
unless Safe kills
and
her off.
some things may leak through.
I think there might, if that's the case, then maybe they're going to write the class audio as maybe Ace remembers, or she has a familiar feeling like Donna does in End of Time.
Possibly, yeah. Like she, because I mean, if you meet the Daleks again and you start hitting them with a baseball bat again, you might remember something.
I'm going to go and look up what the description was. Have they released the description of the story on the website?
For class,
Yeah, it's box
I'll
2.
check.
I'm looking now.
Yep.
Here we go.
In remembrance, when an alarm is triggered at Coal Hill Academy, Quill and Charlie encounter a mysterious intruder prowling around the school premises. Worse, they also encounter a Dalek. Their only hope of survival lies with the stranger, a woman who calls herself Ace. The CD box set of this release will be limited to 500 copies.
Ooh.
Starring Catherine Kelly as Miss Quill, Greg Austin as Charlie Smith, Fadi El Sayed as Ram Singh, Sophie Hopkins as April McLean, Vivian Oprah as Tanya Adiola. I think that's how you pronounce it. Jordan Renzo as Mateusz and I mean, first you get a Nigerian surname, and then you get like somewhere from Europe.
Let's call him Andy.
Mateusz Shandy, Taj Atwell as Reagan Harper, Anson Boone as Peter Dillard. The names of the actors sound more extraordinary than the names of the characters at this point.
Is that Siobhan Marks?
Sworn Marks. Karl Marx as Michelle. Will Scolding as Chris Richards.
I want to do the last one.
Aldred as Ace. And
I want to do this one.
As
Nicholas Briggs as the Daleks.
I do the better movie voice.
Well, I didn't get to do a movie voice.
Well,
I could barely just about do the voice full. I could just about get something in edgewise.
You can just barely say it normally.
Other parts are played by members of the cast.
Big Finish. We love
stories.
I mean, what cast list do you want me to read out?
Light at the end.
Ooh, I would love to do that. I would genuinely love to do that. So
I'm just going to look at series 1. If they got the same cast, minus Ace and the Daleks. Well, main cast, yes, but everybody else is a bit different. Apart from the members, other parts are played by members of the cast bit. That's all of them, probably.
Right.
Or most of them.
November 23rd, 1963, proved to be a significant day in the lives of all 8 doctors.
Which
Hey,
range is this
Bob.
under? Oh, is it under bonus releases?
Special release.
Yeah, it is. Oh, sorry. Not
It's
that
the
one.
day that Bob Dovey's life is ripped apart. It's also the day that sets in motion a catastrophic chain of events, which forces the first 8 incarnations of the Doctor to fight for their very existence. As a mysterious, insidious chaos unfolds within the TARDIS, the barriers of time break apart. From suburban England through war-torn landscapes and into a deadly artificial dimension, all these doctors and their companions must struggle against the power of an unfathomable alien technology. From the very beginning, it is clear that the Master is somehow involved. By the end, for the Doctors, there may only be darkness. You know, I want this to be my favorite story ever made, but it's not. And that's a shame, but it's probably my favorite anniversary story.
How long is it?
2 hours.
2 hours. So is that 2 hour long episodes, or is that full 2 hours? Oh, no, it has to be over 2 discs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So is it 2 hour episodes, or is it a 4-part?
2 hour episodes.
2 hour episodes. So a bit like Davros.
Yeah.
And the Paul McGann one, was that Neverland or
Neverland.
something? Neverland. That's the Rob Shearman one, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's Alan Barnes.
Okay. No, Scherzo's Rob Shearman.
Yes, it is.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
So is The Chimes of Midnight.
Yeah, I was thinking of Scherzo. Which is apparently very dark and depressive.
Scherzo
I
isn't
might-
that dark and depressed. Actually, it is kinda, to be honest.
I
It's
think
Bob
I might.
Freeman.
I think I might start with Chimes, plus the fact that it's apparently better, and it's a certain
Well,
someone's
if
number
you're
one.
If
It's a
you're going
certain some.
chronologically, you're gonna hit Chimes before you're gonna hit Scherzo.
Yeah,
So
and I heard from a little birdie that it's somebody's favorite Big Finish, or at least one of them.
to be honest, they're both of them.
Yeah, I was talking about Chimes.
Well, both of them are like 10 out of 10 from me.
But you said Chimes was probably your favorite,
Yeah, Chime. What?
and one of your top fives.
They're really close.
Did you put in your top 5 Doctor Who related things? It was one of them.
Probably changed then.
You got. Okay, I'm just going to do what it was. It was Children of Earth,
Children
Chimes of
Earth
Midnight,
is good.
Heaven Sent,
Heaven Sent is probably lower now.
City of Death, and one other. Let's go and have a look. What is it now?
To be honest, I can't exactly say. But like, Chimes is up there. City of Death's up there. Scherzo, Holy Terror, Jubilee.
No, it's talking about overall, not just audio.
City. I was talking about overall.
Oh, so it's mostly
Robert
Big Finish.
Sherman is just that good. Trying to think. You know, the better half of the 7th Doctor's run is up there. Heaven Sent is still like up there as well.
Remembrance of the
Remembrance of the
Daleks.
Daleks is in that better half. When I say better half, I mean better 7 out of the 12 stories that you had on television, because
Yes.
quite frankly,
Your
this is out the
okay,
hat.
your list as of your Chimes of Midnight review was The Chimes of Midnight, City of Death, Remembrance of the Daleks, Torture of Children of Earth, and Heaven Sent, in left to right, top to bottom order.
To be honest, they are all up there still.
But some of them have been kicked out of the top 5. Or top 5 joint.
To be honest, probably all of them have, apart from Chimes.
So that's City of Death, which is your favourite TV story.
City of
Remembrance of
Death
the
because
Daleks.
Robert Sherman is better than Douglas Adams.
Remembrance of the Daleks, the best classic for me.
I would
Torchwood
say it's the
Children of
best
Earth.
classic Daleks, actually.
Yes.
Do I
Oh.
prefer it to Daleks Master Plan or not? I've got a dilemma.
Have you
And
finished?
Not a twin
have you-
related one.
Have you finished Master Plan yet?
No, and I'm still considering is it my favorite or not. It's just that good, you know?
Where are you? Have you still got part 10 to watch?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
might
goodness.
do that tomorrow.
How have you not watched part 10 yet?
Because I haven't been
It's one of the
asked yet.
free. It's one of the free easiest. Because if you can't find it online, you can just get the DVD if you've got it.
I do have the DVD.
Yeah, and it's the same
I
for the
have
other
no excuse. That's
stories
when
that
I can't be arsed.
Yeah,
I think
By the
we've
way,
got to
people-
wrap this up soon.
yeah, because you've been doing this for nearly 4 hours, nearly 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, I was going to tell the viewers if they ever wanted to check out the reconstructions, but if you can't find the surviving episodes, get your DVDs. Get Lost in Time. Get the Galaxy 4 for Galaxy 4. Get the Aztec Special Edition. For the Crusade. Hang on, I'm going to read them all out. Is it in there? Yeah, it's here. To complete these stories, the Crusade, the Daleks Master Plan, the Celestial Toymaker, the Faceless Ones, the Evil of the Daleks, the Abominable Snowman, the Wheeling Space into Space Pirates. To complete those stories, if you can't find the surviving episodes, alongside the reconstructions, use Lost in Time. For Galaxy 4, get the Aztec Special Edition. And if you want to look at one, the rest are completely missing, apart from ones that have official BBC reconstructions. But if you want to check those ones out, get the DVDs of the ones that will have the surviving episodes. So that's pretty much all of them but Power, to be honest. So, Ring of Terror, you can see the reconstructions of 4 and 5, but get the DVD for 1 to 3 and 6. 10th Planet, you need the DVD for 1 to 3. If you can find number 4, that's great. Power, you can probably watch all of them there. To be honest, I didn't see a 10th Planet episode 4 reconstruction. Underwater Menace, you can get the DVD for 2 and 3. And Web of Fear, get them for all but for the third one, if there's even one there. And Moonbase, 2 and 4 survives. Get the DVD for that one. Oh, and that's also on Lost in Time as well, to be honest. As is Underwater Menace 3 and Web of Fear 1. But for those two, to get more episodes, then get the proper DVDs. Okay. And then the rest are completely missing or partly missing. Did I mention Successful Toymaker or did I miss that one?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's on Lost in Time.
Yeah.
18 episodes on Lost in Time. And out of those, 2 have been joined by a couple of other episodes of their stories, one of which is now complete. Another one has been joined by another episode of the story, and it's half complete. And another 2 have been joined by animated reconstructions of the missing 2. With one missed, and one of the 2 that has quite a few joining it has its remaining missing episode reconstructed, as does the other 2, the 2 missing ones of one that had another one join it. Okay, basically, shall I just say the names? Because it sounds a bit confusing.
I think we've got to wrap this up though.
Okay, I'll just quickly say Underwater Menace, after the box set came out, another episode got found when it came to DVD on its own. They reconstructed 1 and 4. Moonbase, they animated the missing ones. End of the World, they found the rest of them. Web of Fear, they found the rest of them apart from 1, and they reconstructed that missing one. And I think that's it. Yeah. They should do the
Right.
same for the Crusades as what they did for the moon base.
So shall we wrap this up now?
Yeah.
Right. So, to be honest, if you've been watching this, why?
For live for 4 hours.
Yeah. Or if you're
Well-
watching this on demand, if you're here, congratulations, you have no life.
Yes.
4
4 hours for you.
This was just something I wanted to do. Just have a conversation about Doctor Who for like some time.
Hours.
Wasn't expecting it to be 4 hours, but to be honest,
Is it
why
ever
not?
not? Is
Why
it ever
not?
not 4 or 5 hours?
Well, the thing
Apart-
is, we've
even with
documented essentially the full conversation minus half an hour. So yeah,
And anything that comes after.
I don't think anything will come after. I think I'm just gonna go to bed after this.
Okay, because we usually do chat for another hour or so afterwards. And
Yeah,
that's if we're
but
not.
I don't think I will.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I guess cheerio.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Adios.